Oh, yeah.
Hi, y'all. Snap into that Slim Jim.
It's Friday the 13th. You know what that means?
Good luck for everybody.
Yeah. And
that's what that
cookies.
means.
Death cookies. Yeah, I don't know. It means that we're another year without getting a Friday 13th movie, but we are getting a show, and that's good goddamn enough for me, at least right now.
It means that you know what? It's going to be crazy tonight. The moon will actually be visible from the Earth. The last time this happened was last night. I was watching one of those compilation videos, and it was like somebody said that they're like, "Yeah, the moon will be visible tonight." Like they were trying to make it very dramatic. It's like the last time this happened was last night, because you know people are like, "Oh my god, it's the first time in 50,000 years I'll be able to see something."
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you had me going with that in the first half. That's like that meme. They had me going in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. First super chat of the night comes from Jagerbomb. Happy Friday 13th. Jagerbomb says, "Took a little time away from the net, but I'm back." What is a movie that nobody really knows about but should check out? Mine is 1993's HBO original movie, The Last Outlaw, with Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke does look like he'd be the last outlaw.
Yeah, he is actually.
Or he just looks like he'd be an outlaw. I don't know.
It's a bio.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be his autobiography. I would say one of the movies that I don't know how I don't see a lot of people talking about it ever. Is Mike and I reviewed it forever ago, but I don't know how it's not got the popularity that it should get, but Ryan Gosling and Drive.
That's a great movie.
I was going to say, because the only other one I was thinking of is Adrian Brody's The Jacket.
That's a good one too. My brain immediately goes to HBO, another HBO movie. HBO had a lot of bangers, man, that the world forgot about.
Real Sex Part 4.
That's a big one. That's on the playlist. It's going to be Collision Course with Pat Morita from The Karate Kid. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
And Jay Leno, a buddy cop movie starring Jay Leno and Pat Morita that was made for HBO only, and it's actually good.
Is it starring Jay Leno's chin?
His chin is
about movie. Is it about cars?
No. It's they're detectives on a case. There's cars in it.
Yeah, that's who I trust. Fucking Jay Leno to fucking solve the crime.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good fucking movie, man. I like it. But yeah, and obviously HBO had those. Remember those late night specials? So it's like, oh my god, we did a blood pact and I got AIDS. You know,
starring Ben Affleck.
Yeah, or the ones with the guns. Like, I'm so high right now. Pow.
The only one I remember was those what was it, HBO Real Stories or whatever, or Crisis. I don't know what they were called. I can't remember. But Ben Affleck was in one. He was taking steroids and he acted like he took murder dust and he was like beating the shit out of the wall and he was like slamming his shoulder into it. I was like, I know that steroid rage happens, but I've never seen anybody just fucking roid rage like that. Like they acted like he had snorted like every possible combination of crystal meth and just murder like infused in his veins, and he was going to kill that girl.
Yeah, he had to keep his job at Fashionable Mail just to keep up with his steroid habit. And then, dude, the bulimia one was pretty good too. That one had me fucked up because that girl would take it. Actually, it's kind of fucked up, but it would actually make me hungry because she would take take like all of her parents like Hostess cakes and like ho-hos and like nachos and shit, and she'd take them out into like the. I'm probably.
She went into the back of the van. She would go into the back of the van and eat. Yeah.
She would like, drive out to the desert and like get in the back of the van, like, oh. I'm like, damn, those little Debbies look good though.
She was living in a van down by the river.
Tyler Rumfeld, thanks, buddy. Says, hey guys, lost my job and had a bad week. Make me laugh. God damn it.
Hey, that sucks, man. Hopefully you get a better one, but I'll tell you one. There was a pilot, and he's like, hey, the bad news is both engines are on fire. The good news is everyone gets free hot wings. He goes, yeah.
He's like, well, that was the last straw, boys.
That's why I won't do 2 shows a week anymore. I just won't do it.
Yeah. Sorry to hear you lost your job, Tyler. That sucks, man. But the good news is that the next one's going to be way fucking better, and those people didn't deserve you anyway, bro.
Don't worry about it, man. Tyler, it's going to be all right. Our economy is great. You're going to find a new job and no problem.
Just come work.
Just got to go. You got to work at that monster.com, man. Like they work, dude. I still get offers all the time.
Is Monster.com still? I guess it probably is. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And somebody named Erica is getting job offers constantly, and the reason I know that is because she gave my fucking email. My email is just full of job offers for fucking somebody named Erica, and I don't know what happened. It's taken over my life and my inbox.
They're going to be calling asking if she was good.
Yeah, I should start fighting back because obviously they keep doing it. But crease fold, that reminds me of my friend Kyle. Kyle used to run up to us, remember, and he would take his fingers and he would put them in the crease of your elbow and finger it really hard and be like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, it was slightly arousing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was. I'm still hard thinking about it. Nice haircut, Mike. Pull my finger, Jay.
No, you're gonna poop.
This isn't a haircut. I got this haircut weeks ago. It's just I left it too long and it's just poorly styled.
Dude, I gotta get one.
But
my shit's getting like mullet. Like I could fluff this shit out and I look like crazy Gary Busey.
Well, I've been telling him, I'm like, hey, keep it long on top because I'm going fucking bald. So I just want to look at that for as long as I can. But it's a mistake because then you go to do something with it and you're like, I got a fucking floofa on my head. You know, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? Oh, before we get to any more super chats, let's let you beautiful people thank everybody for being here right now. I know there's a lot of options tonight. A lot of Jason marathons going on, a lot of podcasts, a lot of things happening, Friday 13th stuff, but you're here, all 7 of you, and we appreciate it. No, actually over 200 people in here. That's nice. Nice on a Friday. So we appreciate it. We hope everybody has fun tonight. And what we're going to try to do tonight is something a little bit different, a little first time action here on the channel. Finger in your butt, you know, that kind of thing.
That's not the first time.
It's only the first time once. The 17,000th time doesn't count. No, but we're going to do a little bit of true crime stuff. That's not a thing we're going to start doing, but just for Nice Friday 13th, figure we've talked about everything from it's like that scene in 40-Year-Old Virgin when he's talking, they're like, stop cheating on your wife or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I've made love to that woman everywhere I know how. I've literally lubed up and made love to the arches of that woman's feet. We've done that. We've literally lubed up and made love to the arches of Jason's feet. So there's only so much to talk about. But we are going to talk about a little bit of Jason. We're going to do some trivia for Jason, and then we're going to do some true Friday the 13th horror stories. Should be a good time.
Because Michael's like, oh, we'll do something for Jason tonight. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck to even do. Like, literally, I think we know him better than his proctologist at this point. Like everything. We've done anything and everything with him. So it's not going to happen. Yeah,
I was looking up stuff. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But fuck it. Let's do one now. We'll take a look at one now. And so throughout the night, we're gonna throw a couple Friday night fight stuff out there. We're gonna have a good time, have a couple of drinks, stay hydrated, and we're gonna throw out some trivia and we're gonna do some true crime stories. My wife pulled these up and found these true crime stories and sent them on email. So we're gonna both be seeing these for the first time together. Haven't seen these before, but I did wonder that. I was like, does bad shit actually happen on Friday the 13th, or is this all a ruse?
I'm sure it's happened. I guess there's one or two big cases about it, but fuck, I don't know. Yeah, it would just be too on the nose. It's like, I'm going to commit a crime on Friday the 13th. Like, bad shit happens anyway. I'm just going to do it. Yeah, exactly. Like, it seems too plot. Like, that would give it away. Give it away now. But okay, let's pull up one right now. She just sent me the links for him. We'll take a little look-see here. There we go. And here we are. Here we have the murder of Kitty Genovese. Oh man, her name was Kitty. Is it the mom from that 70s show? They better not have fucking murdered her. She's a treasure, and she still looks great. But okay, here we go. In the early hours of March 13th, 1964, March 13th, which I'm guessing is Friday the 13th. Kitty Genovese, a 28-year-old bartender, was raped and stabbed outside of the apartment building where she lived in the Kew Gardens neighborhood of Queens in New York City, New York. 2 weeks after the murder, New York Times published an article erroneously claiming that 38 witnesses saw or heard the attack and that none of them called the police or came to her aid. God damn, 38 people just stood around while she was fucking raped? Was this a Rob Zombie movie? What the hell is going on? In a row? God damn. 38 people, like, I can imagine, like, it was New York. Because, people step on your face and laugh about it. Fuck it, it's New York. Shit happens. Yeah. So that goes for anybody who was watching that fucking Scream trailer was like, dude, no way that happens in the middle of a subway. It's like, yeah, that's New York. Welcome to New York. I guess back in the 60s, they just really minded their own business. Like, they didn't give a shit. I wonder if this is where the whole, like, scream fire when you're being raped thing comes from. It is? Scream fire when you're being raped? You never heard that? No, I heard like police whistles. When you're being butt raped in a subway, you're supposed to scream, either the restaurant or the transit system. You're supposed to scream fire instead of rape, because if you scream rape, nobody will help you. I just say he's raping. He's raping.
Good for you, pal. My wife hasn't slept with me in
It
6
goes good.
months.
You get a little action, eh? Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
But yeah, you're supposed to scream fire because human beings are fucking assholes, apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
But it says the incident prompted inquiries into what became known as the bystander effect or Genovese syndrome. Oh, damn, they named it after her. That's kind of fucked up. Like, damn, I want to grow up and be known for something, Papa. Yes, you are, daughter. And the murder became a staple of U.S. psychology textbooks for the next 4 decades. Yeah, police interviews did reveal that some witnesses did attempt to call the police. Would they forget the fucking number?
What's the number for 911?
Is a niner in there? Did
I
I
don't
catch
know.
a niner?
I can't. Were you calling from a walkie-talkie?
Jesus Lord. Reporters at a competing news organization discovered in 1964 that the Times article was inconsistent with the facts, but they were unwilling at the time to challenge Times editor Abe Rosenthal. In an article, the American psychologist found no evidence for the presence of 38 witnesses or that witnesses observed the murder or that witnesses remained inactive. In 2016, the Times called its own reporting flawed, stating that the original story grossly exaggerated the number of witnesses and what they had perceived.
It wasn't 38, it was 30.
Yeah, it was 30.
We grossly okay, yeah, you got me. We exaggerated the shit. It was only 30 people that saw it.
Yeah, so I don't know why everyone's judging those 30
if it was,
people.
if it was in today, if 38 people, it would have had to been at a Creed concert because there'd only be 38 people there.
Yeah. Hey, can you hurry this up, man? I got Allman Brothers tickets.
Oh shit.
Holy hell. It says at approximately 2:30 a.m. 1964, Genovese left the bar where she worked and began driving home in her red Fiat. I don't know why that's of importance, but it is. While waiting for that's the rapist said that's why he did it, because he fucking hates Fiats. While waiting for a traffic light to change on Hoover Avenue, she was spotted by Winston Mosley, who was sitting in his parked Chevrolet Corvair. They're very interested in the cars here, and I've never heard of a Corvair. But if this is why it's made famous, I can understand why.
It's the Wish.com Corvette.
Yeah, the rapist mobile. Genovese arrived home around 3:15 and parked her car in the Kew Gardens Long Island Railroad Station parking lot. Blibbity blah. As she walked toward the apartment complex, Mosley, who had followed her home, exited his vehicle, which he had parked at a corner bus stop. Armed with a hunting knife, he approached Genovese. She ran toward the front of the building, and Mosley ran after her, overtook her, and stabbed her twice in the back. She screamed, "Oh my God, he stabbed me. Help me." Several neighbors heard her cry, but only a few of them recognized the sound as a cry for help. What they think it was. She was like,
well, I don't think she said it like, "Oh my God, he stabbed me, help me." Like he was like, like he was like playing a joke on her. There was exclamation points.
He's tickling me.
Oh my God, he likes to stab me. Oh my God, help.
That sounds like a joke in like a scary movie. Was it like Ghostface stabbing someone? Someone's go, "Oh my God, I'm being stabbed."
Yeah,
I just came.
By the way, we're not making. I know this is like really did happen, so we're not making fun. Like this is, we're just cracking jokes and shit. I just don't want anybody to be like, "Oh, they're making fun of murder and shit." now.
Yeah, I thought that too, and then I remember like all the true crime shit I listened to. Like that's pretty much like it's uncomfortable and it makes you laugh, and you make jokes about it because it makes you uncomfortable. It's obviously fucking disgusting and horrible what happened to this poor woman. But it says that where I lost my place. When Robert Moser, one of the neighbors, shouted at the attacker, "Let that girl alone."
Let my people go.
That wouldn't stop a dog from humping a leg. Hey, you don't do that, man.
She gotta be like, "She's got chlamydia." I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh yeah, that would have been better.
That might have stopped it right there.
I saw in the movie Split that you should pee yourself or shit yourself if possible. Thanks, man. I'll try that. Yeah, let that girl alone. But it didn't work. And then Mosley ran away. It did work. Mosley ran away, and Genovese slowly made her way towards the rear entrance of the building, seriously injured and out of view of any witnesses. Witnesses saw Mosley enter his car, drive away, and return 10 minutes later, shadowing his face with a wide brim hat, like the Man in Black from Halloween 5.
It was a Freddy Krueger.
He returned 10 minutes later. "I bought this hat so nobody could see me." It's like the glasses from Big Daddy.
It looked like it like that hat, like Carmen Sandiego's hat, and he had like a trench coat with the thing pulled up with sunglasses on. I don't look suspicious at all.
You can't see me. You stop looking. You can't.
He's like, "Do I look like a rapist in this?" Yes, that's absolutely the definition of a rapist. What you're wearing there, sir.
He systematically searched the parking lot, the train station, and the apartment complex, eventually finding Genovese, who was barely conscious and laying in a hallway at the back of the building where a locked door prevented her from going inside. He came back to finish the raping.
Damn.
How fucked up is that? Out of view of the street and of those who may have heard or seen any sign of the initial attack, Mosley stabbed Genovese several more times before raping her, stealing $49 from her purse and running away again. I don't know what exactly $49, by the way.
Yeah, that's what she had. Yeah, I guess he was like, that's the pleasure of murdering you. It costs money.
Yeah, he didn't stop and get a McDouble. It was never 50. It was 49. Just so we know. The attack spanned approximately half an hour and knife wounds, and Genovese's hands suggest that she attempted to defend herself. A neighbor and close friend, Sophia Farrar, it doesn't say what she drives, found Genovese shortly after the second attack and held her in her arms until an ambulance arrived. Records of the earliest calls to police are unclear and were not given a high priority because they're like, you're just being raped and stabbed. Can you just tough it out for 20 to 30
Yeah, they're
minutes?
like, well, it's like you're being raped and stabbed in New York, in Queens, and they'll say, yeah, and the sky is blue. All right, we're eating our fucking donut. We'll be there later. Don't worry about that.
But did you die? You know, and then she
Pretty
did.
much,
like,
yeah.
Okay, we'll come. Records. It says one witness said his father called the police after the initial attack and reported that a woman was beat up, but got up and was staggering around. And she's fine. She's walking off, Genovese. God, that's a tough old broad. She's going to be just fine. She was picked up by an ambulance at 4:15 and died en route to the hospital. She was buried on March 16th, 1964. Not on a Friday the 13th, obviously. So that happened on Friday the 13th.
There's old Winston Mosley right there.
That's what they call him, old Winston Mosley.
That's old Winston Mosley. If God made a face of a rapist and a murderer, I mean, he did a good job with that one because that looks dead on. Holy shit. Look at those dead ass eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a black and white photo, but still, holy shit.
They're definitely going in two different directions as well. Yeah. I thought it said he was 29 years old the first time he murdered Genovese. The second time he was much wiser.
He had 3 kids. Motive was misogyny. What is he? I mean, is he? He died. Yeah, he's dead. 2016. He was 81.
Huh. Well, I hope he got raped.
He's definitely being raped by dildos in hell for sure.
I hope he got raped and screamed fire in the jail cell, and everyone laughed at him.
Most definitely.
That doesn't work in jail, you silly guy.
He also looks like, but Wednesday, he kind of has like a thing about him, like he could be like helping like Sammy Davis Jr. sing if he had just gone a different route in his life. He kind of reminds me of like Sammy Davis.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this 911 did not exist. Holy shit.
We're stupid.
Yeah, fuck us for making fun of this. A confirming PBS report wrote how papers and media outlets ran with the story. They also added nearly a dozen books, and when it came to film, mentioned James Solomon's film The Witness more than once. The genesis of 911 section noted up until the late 1960s there was no centralized number for people to call in case of an emergency.
That's so fucking dumb. So there was like different phone numbers that you'd have to keep in your head to be able to call the cops if you needed help.
That's insane. That's probably why you go places and you laugh at them, because they have like they like printed it out on their little giga printer or whatever the fuck it's called, and like tape, like in case of emergency, call 911. You know,
I don't. Yeah, it's like what's the 1-800 police.
1-800 Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, I don't know. And then you call it, and then it fucking takes you. It's the dispatcher in Wisconsin. You're like, God damn it! It's the wrong one.
Sir, I can't help you. I'm eating cheese. Watching the Packers game. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call next time I'm being raped. By the way, 1-900 Mix-a-Lot, and then I'm gonna kick them nasty
thoughts. Yeah.
So, yeah, that happened on Friday the 13th. That's a true story. I didn't make it up and make a Wikipedia page.
I'm surprised they haven't made a movie based on that. It seems like a big deal. It was created 911. Like it literally created the fucking number 911.
And the camera just captures someone like shuffling by, walking away. Like, that's a shame. If she'd have screamed fire, I probably would have helped.
Maybe it does seem like I would imagine maybe they did do a Lifetime movie with it or some shit. It does fit that thing. I don't know.
Hey, maybe we can make a fan film. That would be fucked up.
I'd rather not be a part associated.
I don't think you can call it fan films.
Speaking of which, well, it's not Friday the 13th related necessarily, but I was talking to April about this. I didn't know this. She was telling me the Menendez brothers' dad was financing and bankrolling Fright Night Part 2 when he was murdered. And like that was like they think I was like that movie did so terrible. Like it was only released for 148 screens, and it only made 2.3 million domestically. But I think it was probably the studio was like, well, yeah, we got to get rid of this shit. We can't. We'll just dump this fucker off and try to get rid of it because because he was murdered. And if that movie had done well, I'm saying if that movie had done well, all that money would have gone to the Menendez brothers.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up. It's like a weird Jeepers Creepers type situation.
Yeah. Yeah,
damn.
Those guys got life. Those guys are turds, dude. They tried to. It's funny. They got arrested in 1990, and when the police came, they said, "What were you all doing?" He's like, "Yeah, we weren't home. We were seeing the new Batman movie because They murdered their parents in '89, and I guess they just decided to go see Batman afterwards."
Is that the one that they made fun of in Cable Guy?
I don't know.
When like the verdict was coming up, and like the TV goes out, and Kyle Gass is like, "Oh, a Bible."
It could be. I mean, yeah. Well, they were convicted in '96. It could have been.
I think that I want to say that's what it was. But all right, let's catch up on a couple super chats and we'll do some goddamn trivia with you folks. Ryan Shoot says, "Happy Friday 13th. About to watch Friday 13th Part 2 with friends.
Good times.
For the occasion, but want to stop by and say hi. Keep being awesome, guys.
Hey, thanks, man. Have a good time watching that good movie. Old Baghead Jason coming at your living room.
That's a good one. I think we will definitely, if I had a bet, we are definitely going to get a third appearance of Old Baghead when that TV show comes out, man.
Yeah.
Hope you guys have fun. Have a good time. Take a shot every time. I got nothing.
Every time you see titties.
Yeah. I don't think
But you got to take a shot for each boob. I don't know. Because if you see double tits, that's 2 shots. If you see 2 tits,
take a shot for every titty.
For every titty. For one singular titty. So if you get a couple breastises, that's like 2 shots. That'll work.
Yeah, I like that. Good call. Well done there. Quasi Juice 21. I don't know why that grosses me out, but it does. It seems like a quadruple coming. Happy Friday 13th, brothers. Rovenary here.
Hey,
can we get some words of encouragement from Brittany? For Brittany from Dr. Loomis and Chalice. She's starting college classes again Monday, and she's nervous. Much love. Bro hugs for both of y'all.
Hey, thanks, man. Give it in here. Boom. We'll do like the cool like Carl Weathers, Arnold Schwarzenegger bro thing, and then bring it in there tight.
Squeeze in there tight. I embarrassed myself at volleyball last night. Guy walked up to give me like to embrace, and I put my hand out, and he already had the fist bump thing up. And
I hate when that happens. Yeah, I always just slap their like, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I don't know why. I saw that you had the fist, and I don't know. I'm a fucking idiot. But Brittany, the best thing about college is all the fucking poontang, man. You know, I'm sure you and Rovenary have experimented before, and the pre-med classes, they're a good time. Let me tell you what. If you get lucky, maybe you'll find a girl whose dad has just been murdered, and you can solve the case together, and you can sleep with her in a dirty hotel room while you study your classes at school for carpentry or whatever you're doing.
You sound like a stroke victim.
I can fix a stroke. I am a doctor.
Shut up. The only stroke you need to work on your stroke at the golf course. Anyhow.
I'll stroke you, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Take your ass back to California.
I hate the French.
Anyway, Brittany, listen, go to college. Make sure you study hard. Put away the dope. Put away the poontang until you have time for it. Tell Rovenary to shut up and leave you alone, let you study your books and things like that. Get out of college. Get a good job. And then, I don't know, have a good time. I mean, save your money and fuck it. I don't know. Good luck. I'm not your father. I shouldn't be telling you that. Get a goddamn self-help book. Idiot. Thank you for wasting my time. Good luck.
Told you to have a good time and then told you not to pick up the poo-tang like a bowling ball. That's what I do. Sometimes I pretend I'm bowling.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Good to go. You never need the baby bumpers for those. You know what? That was a weird time to bring up baby bumpers. Chad Power says, Dr. Lewis, can Michael spell sticky toilet paper?
Can you spell get a life, you stinky ass goddamn turd sandwich?
Hey, congrats, Brittany, on starting the college course again. Good for you.
Awesome. Yeah.
Fucking yeah. Just don't come around here when the bills due.
No, dude.
Justin Stevens said, "Hey boys, lost my mom in August, and while it's been massively hard for me, what has helped is watching your streams and videos. Appreciate you both."
Hey, man, sorry to hear about that. I'm happy that we can help in any small way, though. But sorry about your mom, dude. That sucks.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Exactly what Jay said, dude. And keep doing stuff that makes you smile, dude. I don't know why it's us, but if it is, keep doing it. You know.
I would just use that as an example of how not to be in life. Like we're like probably the people that your mom said, "Don't ever be like them assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Go out and be a good man," because you are.
It literally happened to us once when we were kids. We were in a video.
Well, we were being really stupid. I mean, we might have deserved it. I don't know. We were being really like little annoying assholes. I don't know what we were doing. I think we were humping each other in the butt, or we were pulling each other's pants down, or something.
We were pulling each other's pants down that time.
Yeah, we were pantsing each other in video selection. I do remember. That's what we were doing.
Yeah, this mom comes over and she grabs her son. She's like, "Don't you be like those pathetic boys."
But she said it loud, like she wanted us to know. Like she wanted us to know that she was talking about us to him. Yeah, and I was like, because what are you gonna do? We're not gonna be confrontational. We're like, we're just gonna go over here.
Yeah, we were like 11.
But I think we were in the back. I think we were in the horror section, which was in the back of the building where it was like all the lights. So I was like, we weren't really,
to the right.
Yeah, we weren't like bothering anybody. It wasn't like we were in the middle of fucking, the boulevard pulling each other's wieners out and being like,
Yeah. Let me see how far it'll stretch, Richard.
Yeah, I think I did it to Cody when we were at the cash register. I pulled his pants down when he was like, I did. And then, but there was nobody in there. And because even the cashier was like, "Oh, you messed up, man. You should have waited for the girls to be in here on Friday night," and made fun of him.
Cody was so fucking mad. Andrew Keith, thanks, buddy. Says, "Lovely party. Pity I wasn't invited."
Oh, you're always invited here, Andrew. You sexy beast, you.
Excellent quote, buddy. Excellent quote. Michael Parton says, "Speaking of jobs, I'm excited of you."
Speaking of jobs, I'm excited of
Universal pouring. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Speaking of jobs, I'm excited of Universal Studios here in Frisco, Texas. That's my future job. Although I'm kind of more into the Vegas horror attraction.
Oh yeah. Universal Studios is opening up a year round.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah,
site in Las Vegas. I hate Las Vegas though, Michael. I do. I'm not a Las Vegas dude. Went once, had a good time. I did have a good time. But it smells like butt crack, and it's very scary walking around the streets. I felt like I was going to get butt raped by a hobo and forced into a life of crack.
Yeah, it does look like you're like on the way to the Kumite in Bloodsport.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go through the winding, twisting alleyways of butt crust smells and homeless people and pee in the gutters.
Yeah, and all the hotels smell like a strip club, which is fine if you go to a strip club, but like I don't want to smell it all day long. I'm not.
There's one section of Vegas, there's one particular street. They were like, "Don't ever fucking go there to gamble or anything." Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know what it's, but they're like fucking murders and shit all the time.
Protect your nuts, guys.
Okay, USA.
That's the narrow corridor.
Once you step out of the light and into the day, it's time to protect your nuts, guys. That must make you Frank Dukes. No, it's like Dukes. Like, put up your Dukes, right?
Can we please open a bar and call it the narrow corridor?
Dude, I would love to. Dude, that would be badass. Yeah, make it like a bar, but make it. Hey, dude, make it like a bar, and the dance floor could look like the Kumite mat.
You just have blood sport shit everywhere, and
everywhere. And then like above the bar, like where the bar is, like you have Chong Li versus Frank Dukes. Dude, yeah, I would fucking go there.
Whenever you change the tap menu, like the tap board, the thing switch. Like when the winner goes, it goes.
Yeah,
and it's over.
Yeah, and awesome. Like we could do like a challenge, like where it's like a really like stiff ass drink that you can do, but it's called the Dimmak, and you have to come up and ask for the Dimmak. And he's like, "What the hell is a Dimmak? Death touch."
That's the name.
That's what we should do, man.
The most dangerous shot we have could be called the Dimmak.
The Dimmak,
or like a spicy cheeseburger.
Yeah, and I would love for some guy to really get into it. He was like, "What's the deal?" It's Shidoshi. He says Tanaka is his Shidoshi. Like, I want some guy to go like, Sensei Tanaka trained me. And then ask for the Dimmak.
Dude, we could put a samurai sword up on right right in the front bar, dude, put a big samurai sword, and then any time somebody goes to touch it, smack their heads and be like, "You could not get katana sword, but still."
You did not flinch. You have fighting spirit, dude. Oh my god, dude! Like that
so
would
fun.
be great. There's no bar like that. There's no. You could be like a bar / nightclub called the Narrow Corridor.
It sounds great to us, but like there'd be like 6 people in the entire city who knew what the fuck it was.
Well, they would
They
go
walk
if
in
it
and be like,
got.
"What the fuck is this? Like a gay wrestling club?"
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's take Gregory and everybody else with us.
God damn, I want to do that. It would never be successful. John Tafferty couldn't save that fucking
No, but
bar.
it might be
John
if we
Tafferty.
could get like Van Damme to come and like help us cut the ribbon.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Come
hey,
bless
what you
this.
do? I need you to do the splits while you cut the ribbon.
Bloodsport. But what we should do is like, if you've never seen the movie, like if you get someone who's like, "What is all this stuff? I've never seen Bloodsport," and be like, "All right, well, it's on right there. Go put on those headphones, sit in that booth, and you're not allowed to drink until you finish Bloodsport."
Yeah, dude. You can have like
Goddamn
TVs
movie.
around and just have Bloodsport going 24/7, just on
Yeah.
TV.
I love it. I'm very excited about this business venture that will fail fucking horribly, but it would be so cool for me and you. It'd be like our dream. That's our heaven right there.
We could
Just
call it
hanging out in
Narrow
the
Corridors, or we could call it Dim Muck.
Call
Dim
the
Mak.
whole bar the Dim Mock. I like that
The
too.
Dim Muck. And yeah, and the dance floor would be like the goddamn Kumite. Would be the fucking mat.
That shit's hot.
I love it,
That
dude. I think
shit's-
it's sexy as
that's-
fuck. Yeah.
I'd hang out there all day long. Michael Park, which is also why I can't own a bar.
We already
because
read
he was
his.
Just, oh, sorry. I thought he was going somewhere else. Speaking of jobs,
Yeah.
ooh, Joe Bob. Damn. Is that Joe Bob Briggs? Because he's got that Joe Bob Briggs money.
It ain't no Joe Bob Briggs.
Oh, shit. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, dude. A lot. I owe you back gifts. Happy Halloween. Oh, back gifts. Like, not like.
Oh,
Oh,
that's called the old butt tickler.
yeah. Happy Halloween. Merry Christmas. Happy 37th birthday, Mike. And happy Friday the 13th.
Hey, thanks, Joe Bob.
Woo-wee. Thanks,
Getting it
buddy.
done.
Appreciate
Natural
that,
life.
man. Hell yeah. Makes me forget the number to 911. Amar Alagic, thanks, buddy. Says Mike hair looks amazing tonight, and Jay's looking sexier than ever. Is it
It's
the moon lovely tonight?
It's Maybelline. That's all it is.
I think it looks like shit, but thank you,
Dude.
Thank you both. have made
Thank
me
you,
feel better.
Amara. But yeah, I gotta do my shit. The hair is so, dude. I can't. If you saw, I can't wait to see you in person, dude, so you can see it. I'm gonna fluff this fucker out. I'm even thinking about just letting that bitch grow, like letting it like get down.
Like a rat tail? Like, or
no,
like a
dude, it's like
back
it's actually starting to fucking like grow out.
Oh, grow out to the sides.
Yeah, but I'm still having a receding hairline, so it's almost like a mullet.
I would love to see you with long hair.
I tell you, I swear to God, dude, if I get a mullet going, I'm gonna get like that trench coat that Van Damme was wearing in Hard Target. I'm just gonna go around with it. I'm just gonna do it.
You would do. You know who you would look like if you had long hair, like
Hmm.
down to here? You look like Kurt Russell's son.
I don't know.
Russell.
I've never seen him.
He was the guy in he was shitty Captain America in something. Was he the bad guy in the
Oh, was he
Joe?
the Falcon, the Captain America U.S. agent?
yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Was he
I
in
guess.
that?
If he was the bad guy, Captain America.
That was Berto. Fuck, I don't know. But anyways, you look like you got like guys. Everybody in the chat, picture Jay with like long blonde hair. You would look like Kurt Russell's son. It'd be fucking weird, man.
I wish I was
like
Kurt
it
Russell's
kinda.
fan.
Yeah, me too.
That would
I
be
mean, it's like,
amazing.
dude. I'd be like, Dad, can I have some advice? Gary, thanks, buddy. Says I've been into shows about Dahmer, Gacy, Bundy, but I'm more into Zodiac, Jack the Ripper because they were never caught. And it's interesting why there are no H.H. Holmes because that was interesting as well. Because that
Yeah,
house
the
was
H.H.
interesting
Holmes
as well.
thing. I think I kind of know what he's talking about. Is that the? Wasn't he the Britain's first serial killer? I'm not. I mean, I know there was Jack the Ripper, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. But I've seen H.H. There is a documentary about him though.
He's the brother to H.R. Schuff and stuff.
Mm.
They were tag
their
team
law
partners.
offices suck.
Yeah, in the WCW, if I remember correctly.
AEW is all going to take it all.
I just saw my wife out of the corner there. Like I could only see her in my periphery, and I just saw her face go.
Zodiac.
She's out of pure disappointment.
Yeah, I can't. I get into those like for like a microsecond, like the Bundy and the Gacy's and all that shit, and then it's like gone because I don't want to fucking think about like that. There's people that do that shit, and it almost feels wrong to be into. Like there was a guy that was on YouTube that collected like letters and shit from Gacy. Like he wrote letters to him and he like would frame them, and then he would be like, I'm not celebrating them. I was like, yeah, you kind of are. I mean, you had them framed and they're on your wall. And he bought utensils from that Dahmer used, and he had those framed on his wall. I'm like, yeah, dude, you're kind of weird. I'm not gonna. I mean, these aren't like fucking superheroes. They're not like exactly people that you should be like. One day I'm gonna grow up just to be like them. You're kind of celebrating it.
It's kind of weird though, isn't it? Like it's like people who collect like Holocaust merch. You know, I guess it's not merch, but like is it wrong? Like I don't know, because like you're like if I had a letter from John Wayne Gacy, I would probably be like, dude, look at this shit.
I'd burn it. I
got a letter from fucking John Wayne Gacy. But on the other hand, you'd be like, yeah, I should probably burn it.
Like there's a different, like you could be fascinated with something and like think it's really interesting because like that's how humans are. We're like always interested in weird shit like that happening, but collecting stuff and then framing it and putting it on your wall. I mean, you gotta act like a weird super fan.
Yeah. But
that's weird. I mean, yeah, you're like, well, what's the difference?
Like,
kind of you like Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, Halloween. Those are fictional characters, though. Those aren't real. I mean, we're not like on my wall and your wall. We don't have like pictures of John Wayne Gacy paintings and like Ted Bundy and shit.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Like,
I'm not trying to kink shame anybody. Like, if you're into it, you're into it. I'm just saying, like, it's just there's a difference between like celebrating it and then there's a like. Just being fascinated by it.
Well, you know, there's people too that like, well, I mean, he seems like a super nice guy. It's like, yeah, to you.
That was the point. That's how he got away. Ted Bundy seemed like a super nice guy, and he was also very handsome. And then he stabbed your dick off. Like that's what he did.
That's what I love about like celebrities too. A celebrity will come out and have this huge scandal or just be a huge dick, but someone will be like, "Nuh-uh, they were nice to me that time at the convention. There's no way this happened." It's like, yeah, to you.
I don't know, man. Like it's weird for me. Like I don't like I don't like to be. I'm not trying to judge anybody for like being involved with you. You know, your wife's into it. My wife's into it. One day we're gonna fucking be like murdered in our goddamn beds. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, it's weird. But I mean, I'm not saying it's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying, for me personally, I'm not like that hardcore into it.
Right, like I dabble. You know, I like to dabble a little bit. I like the little just the pinky.
It's like black magic. He's like, yeah,
too much, and I get like, this I can't. But here's the thing: like, I think it's okay for us as human beings to accept the fact that we're fascinated with really fucked up shit. You know what I mean? It's fascinating. Like, human nature. What I mean? It is. Yeah, you can't help it. Chad Pyre says, me and my pay-pong saw the Hulk at the Dollar Theater in 2003. After he was out for about 4 months, he farted 50 times, had the theater stinking. This old lady was crying. It's crazy, man.
God damn, man. He ate them fucking chili beans, didn't he? Woo!
Them fucking dollar theaters, dude. Them fucking dollar theaters were a place
dude, I thought we still have one. Or did it go out?
Oh, yeah, shit. It's gone. It's been gone for a while, man.
That was fun. I did go there. That was actually, I don't remember the last time I went there, but that was years ago, but that was actually it was a good deal. You get some good ass movies
on Maple Leaf over right past
off Man of War.
Yeah. I may still be there actually. I don't know. That place is a fucking shit show though.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. Yeah,
in there.
When you walked it through those front doors, the one that we're talking about, you instantly got addicted to heroin.
Yeah,
like as soon as you opened the door, you were instantly addicted to heroin. Yeah, it was just like everybody did fucking dope deals and everything else out there. Like it was bad.
Yeah. Shit was crazy, man. It was fucking nuts. But anyways, there was literally like stems from weed where someone rolled a joint like on the toilet. It's like, God damn, man, you rolled that joint on the fucking toilet.
Yeah.
All right, let's start the Friday 13th trivia. So in our Patreon every month in the live stream, we do trivia and you win like a certificate. Actually, I got it right here. It's pretty cool. You can win the certificate that biggest movie brain cock in the room.
Sexy stuff right there.
Do them every month. There's too many people in here for us to actually keep score and all that. We're just doing this for fun. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two. We're gonna do some Friday 13th trivia throughout the night tonight, and you guys can join in and give us your trivia questions too when the time's right. I'll start it off, and I want to thank. This actually doesn't come from me. I stole this from Garrett. He gave it to me because it's a pretty fucking good one.
Dude, I swear, I still think Garrett is one of those guys that he could have been in a Friday 13th movie. And I always say this, dude. He's the guy that would have been watching that projector movie, like the screen. In Friday, and he was like laughing and smoking weed while everybody else was getting like fucking murdered. And he'd be like, like everybody else, like Garrett's a nice dude. Like Garrett, nothing affects him. So like everybody else could be having like drama or getting mad somewhere else in the house, and he would be like downstairs watching a projection of old like 1930s porn and laughing his ass off, smoking himself a little joint. That's pretty I swear Garrett reminds me of that dude. It's the one I don't remember. I think it was Friday 13th.
I think it's Teddy. When he's like,
Teddy, yeah.
He's the one that called,
every time.
You're dead fuck. You're dead fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not dead. Fuck.
Where's the corkscrew?
We got to throw some Friday the 13th stuff in here too as we go along as well. So first one. All right. Which Friday the 13th movie did Paramount have to severely edit a sex scene out or down because the actress who starred in said sex scene lied about her age and was actually underage?
That's
Which
bad.
Friday the 13th film did that happen in?
Yeah, that's also going to make somebody feel really fucking far ashamed of themselves.
Buddy. Yeah, because it was a full nude frontal scene.
I know I'm not involved. I'm just going to take a guess. I'm going to say part 2.
Yeah, part 2 is correct, my friend. That is correct. And a bunch of people got it right in the chat. The first person to get it right, quick on the stick, was Stacey James.
Stacey James.
Behind him. Chad Powers is part 3. Goddamn, Chad's in there in the mobile home, texting on the phone.
He knows how to do things with his flip phone. Don't you ever underestimate Chad Powers.
Oh shit, you got some too, don't you?
Yeah, I got one here.
Give me one.
Okay, well, this is probably going to be easy for a lot of you mega fans, but what famous actress called Friday the 13th, the original one, a piece of shit? Famous actress. Huh?
Everyone who saw it.
Yeah, well, no, well, this actress, she called it a piece of shit. She thought it was a fucking terrible movie and hated it.
She was in the movie? Is it Betty Palmer?
Yeah, she was in the movie.
Is it Betsy Palmer?
You are correct. I don't know.
That was just a guess.
No, but that's what it was.
Fucking
it was Betsy Palmer.
God damn. Who was the first? Oh, someone just said Palmer. That counts. Damon said.
Well, see, the weird thing is, she said she thought the movie was a piece of shit. She read the script and she was like, "This is a terrible movie," but she appreciated the fandom. Like, she liked the people that responded to the movie, and then she thought she was like, "I'm glad it revived my name." Because
she also only did the movie because she needed a fucking car.
Yeah, she needed some money. I mean, I was like, I don't blame that shit. I'll suck some dick for a fucking Toyota. I need my car. My car fucking has got 200,000 miles on it. I need a Toyota.
Hell yeah, man. Toyota's a nice vehicle. And things last. What are you talking about? Why you looking at me like that? Why you giving me this stink eye?
It ain't nothing wrong with that. You ever suck some dick for a Toyota, man? That's addiction. That's when you have problems.
I'm going to put my email in the chat. If you guys have any real good brain busters, shoot them to me, and we'll do a couple of those as we go on tonight, too. The email is in the chat. If you guys got a really tough, really fun Friday 13th trivia, just email it to me with the header, Friday 13th trivia, you slut. And we'll go through a couple of them.
By the way, this is just a little piece of Friday. This is funny. So apparently when Friday the 13th was released, let me see. I think it was in. This isn't a question because I'm not gonna. You guys wouldn't. Was it in France? Yeah. Okay. So, so in French, when Friday the 13th was originally released, it was like the Jason was known as Jackie. Like that's how it translated. It was Jackie. Could you imagine if they had kept it and they didn't fix it, and then like the guy was standing around the campfire was like, "I'm gonna give it to you straight about Jackie." And then you hear Kelso saying, "Damn it, Jackie, I can't fix the weather." like Jackie is the dude. Like I know it was the French translation, but could you imagine Jason's name being Jackie? Like, oh, we gotta run, dude. Jackie's coming.
It sounds like a New Yorker. I mean, that is in New Jersey, right? Oh no, here comes my boy Jackie.
Oh shit, Jackie's out. Yeah, we fucked. Man, Jackie Voorhees is the worst of all of them.
Let's do it. Let's do another true crimer. Let's pop one of those in the stick real quick here, right quick. Bum, 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 bum. Bump, 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 bump. And again, if you're just joining us for the first time, Jay and I are going through. We haven't seen any of this. We're reacting to it live time. True crime stories that happened on Friday the 13th. Because you got to think, does bad shit actually fucking happen on Friday the 13th? So I had our intern pull up a list of things that actually happened. And by intern, I mean my wife.
Man, she gets no pay.
She's not in the room right now. I can say that. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, it's like that Aaron Rodgers commercial. He's like, I'm still getting paid, right? He's like,
nah. Like, nah.
All right, here we go. This one says life sentences in 2012 torture, slaying of Marine wife. Hey, do you want to read this one? Because I can't fucking read. Can you see it okay?
Okay. Yeah, I can see it. Damn, this is like recent. This was only 10 years ago. Okay, so two North San Diego County residents convicted in the Grizzlies' 2012 torture and slaying of a young military wife were sentenced to life in prison Thursday. Okay. Former U.S. Marine Staff Sergeant Luis Perez, 49, along with Dorothy Grace Maragellino, 40, and Jessica Lynn Lopez, 28, were convicted last month in the killing of Fallbrook resident Brittany Kilgore, 22. Each defendant faced a maximum sentence of life in prison without the possibility. So this was like three people doing this, or Perez and God damn it! Why the fuck does her name got to be Marginillo? What the fuck is that? Okay, anyway, Perez and Marginillo. I'm not even saying it right. I'm not even saying it right. All right, Perez and Dorothy were sentenced to life behind bars Thursday, while Lopez is expected to be sentenced in January. Okay. At his sentencing, Perez addressed the court, thanking his family and friends who have stood by him during this humble and trying time. Bitch, you're not accepting an Academy Award. You're fucked.
Horrible.
Perez, you might as well be like, God damn, please have mercy on me. Don't
like me. You really
don't stand up there at your sentencing when you murdered somebody and be like, I want to thank everybody for coming out and showing their support. I don't deserve it, but I really thought that I would never get here. He said, okay, so quote, those that know me know that I have never raised my hand in anger at another soul, said Perez. I have to apologize to all of the families that have had to suffer through these trials and tribulations. This is a tragedy in the worst case for them or for you, you bitch. Because it seems like you're just really worried about yourself. Kilgore's
really
body.
It's
very unfortunate that I got to go for life sucking dick for the rest of my life. Kilgore's body was found naked and strangled in Riverside County ravine 4 days after she was reported missing in April 2012. According to prosecutors, one of the most chilling details of the case included Kilgore's last text message to a friend, "Help," sent shortly after getting into Perez's truck. Perez was the last person to see Kilgore alive, according to prosecutors, on April 13th, 2012. So that would be the Friday the 13th that we're talking about. And then they have the impact statements from the family members and things like that. I mean, that's sad. I don't really want to read the impact statements from the victim's family. That. But yeah, so three people, man. And and then the father. I'm
trying to see.
Yeah, so it really, what the article is talking about later on is the impact statements, what the father said. And so, well, here's the prosecutor. Go down the bottom again. What did it say here? It said that prosecutors contended the trio killed Kilgore for their own sadistic pleasure, strangling her with the intention of dismembering her.
How do you just intend to dismember someone?
It's like, after we choke to death, let's take off our fucking arms and legs too. Because I don't know, I want a trophy. What a cocksucking nasty ass people. Every one of those three smelled like pure fucking rank pee and vomit. All three of them. After deliberating for more than 18 hours over the course of 3 days, the jury announced its verdict on October 21st, convicting all three of murder, kidnapping, torture, and sexual battery. The only charge that was tossed out was the one count against Lopez of conspiracy to kidnap. It's like, yeah, that's the one good news. Like, that's why he's a defense lawyer. He's like, hey, good news. The conspiracy to kidnap was tossed out. Don't worry about that one.
Hey, by the way, if you have time, could you fill out this review for me on Yelp? I'd really appreciate it.
It's like, yeah, man. Hey, I got you that one. I got you that one off, didn't I? I got you that one off. I did a pretty good job. Damn, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Someone said, this is movie trivia? No, this is, we're mixing the trivia with true crime that happened on Friday the 13th. So, I mean, I guess
I never heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to go and they're going to decide to go, hey, let's do a murder together today. Mm-hmm. It's kind of, I mean, I guess Friday the 13th had to be involved in that, right? Like, hey, let's kill someone and then dismember them. And by the way, we'll do it on Friday the 13th. I mean, that had to be
the article said that the last time she was seen alive was getting into Lopez's truck on April 13th. So
that was all
around. First off, if I'm not going to get into a car with anybody on Friday the 13th, I'm going to stay my ass at home until that day goes away.
I'm still hung up on the intention to dismember. Like, how do you just intend to dismember somebody? Like, how do you fuck that up? Well, it's a dead body, and I want to cut its arms off, but I'm going to fail at that somehow.
I'm not sure how there may have been. Yeah, they didn't really explain in the article about why. I mean, what was the evidence showcasing whether or not they were going to dismember them? Yeah, I guess maybe to get rid of the evidence. Maybe there were cuts on the arms. I don't know. it's pretty morbid to even. I don't know. I mean, they didn't talk about what the autopsy report said. So
my best guess is that they were like, I can't fucking do this, man. You know what I mean? Like they started, I was like, oh no, dude, it's too gross. Someone was
said
like
sexual battery. So and they said that all three of them were convicted of it.
Tomo said, Mike, they probably thought they could MacGyver a plastic knife or something. It's like, yeah, dude, this sport's not fucking working.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Holy shit. Who the fuck bought this product? From the dollar store? That's why it's not working. If it had been Walmart brand, it'd been 100%.
God damn it, Ed. You had one fucking job. One fucking job. And you couldn't do that right. Okay, so there's two. That's one. And I'm sure there's a ton of those. I'm going to look at the other ones and see if they're like, I'm just going to take a quick glance at like the titles on them. There's that one, and then there's dude, the next one's a fucking banger. The next true crime that actually happened on Friday the 13th, just from the headline alone, is a banger.
Well,
I don't mean that.
I gotta go pee soon. I want to get into it. Is it like, dude? It better be a guy wearing a goddamn magician's cloak doing some black magic, and then like the magic goes wrong and they die. It's
actually just the script from the Black Phone. I was gonna read it to you from beginning to end. It was gonna be all about the Black Phone script.
Oh,
so
shit.
almost there.
Oh God, I don't want to listen. By the way, I know it's like we always get shit for this. I didn't like Black Phone that much.
I didn't love it. I thought it was okay, but
I know, but I mean, but people were acting like it was the second coming of the horror revolution. I'm like, yeah, it's not.
In fact, they were. Yeah, I got a bunch of shit. I gave it an 8 and got shit for it because I was like, I just found it to be disappointing because the coolest part of the movie is fucking Ethan Hawke, right?
That's it.
Like it was the most interesting, and every line of dialogue was in the fucking trailer.
Well, not to mention, I don't think it was. I think it was a standard good, slasher film, but it didn't feel like it was revolutionary in any way. Like people were acting like this was like, again, the Jesus Christ of horror was coming down from the cloud tops, giving people like a treat. It wasn't that good. Jesus.
Let me get a taste of your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Scott said, "Happy Friday 13th, dudes. I had a surprisingly good luck day today. I had surprisingly good luck today by means of a ghost poopy. Didn't have to spare a square. Oh, those are the best, dude. Those are the best. When you just sit down and it just falls out of you.
That's the best, dude. Yeah, that is so good.
You do one wipe and you're like, damn, I am healthy. As
barely anything in there. It just like your turbs are already like ready to leave home. God, they were packed. Their bags were ready. I'm going off to college, Dad. No problems.
That's
the best poop.
Appreciating the finer things in life. You know what I mean? Like he's like, I had a good fucking day today.
Dude,
I didn't have to wipe once.
Always people's like, oh, I gotta drop this loaf. I heard a new saying. I'd never heard it before. It's like, hey, I have to send a fax to Cleveland. And I was like, holy shit, that's great. I never heard that before because Cleveland booty Browns. He's like, I gotta send a fax to Cleveland. I was like, that's great.
Oh fuck! Actually, we had good luck today too. We had a doctor's appointment for one of the kids that we were kind of worried about, and I was like, on the way there, I was like, I turned around to Katie and I realized, I was like, you realize that it's Friday the fucking 13th, right? Like this does not bode well for this situation. It all turned out fine, everything's good, but like, in that moment, I was like, oh shit. I think if bad things actually happen to you on Friday the 13th, I think it's more of an anomaly than not.
I think it's also perception. I think if you think it's bad luck, it's going to be bad luck.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just like people, like when I was younger, I was driving with my dad. He was superstitious as shit. I'd be like, "Hey, Dad, look at that gravestone." Or so he's like, "God damn it, don't point at a graveyard, you idiot!" like he got mad about shit like that. Like he was superstitious as shit.
Get unreasonably angry.
No, dude, like Big Dad was, dude. Like we would be driving like by the Winchester Cemetery, and I would like point at something over, like I whatever they were doing. He was like, "God damn it, don't point at a cemetery." like we were like I don't know, but yes, I think it's all perception. I think people like that are superstitious, that day has any meaning to you, like it's gonna be bad luck. You're gonna make their own bad luck.
Yeah, I do not like the number 13. I think it's just an ugly number.
I don't like it either. I also don't like odd numbers. Yeah, I mean that might be like one of those like ticks in my brain. I don't like anything on odd numbers. I want to have it all even.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. They just look ugly. Will Arnwan, what's up, dude? Said, looks like a September baby. Congratulations. If you guys don't know, I think we announced it in the Patreon stream. Our buddy Will's having a baby, which is super fucking awesome. He said, maybe 9/11. The kid is going to be the bomb. Oh, Will.
Ooh.
Will
dropping that from the stratosphere, sir, with no cares on who's going to be at the bottom of that receiving end bomb that you talk about. But holy shit, Will. Doing it up and not giving a shit about it. All right.
I'm sure that was a coincidence and in no way related to the actual events of that.
I'm sure.
Dark day. Stacey James said working on a Friday the 13th script, but said it in the 90s because we never got a good Jason movie in that time. Trying to see some blood spatter on a pair of Jordan 12s. God damn, I just went from 6 to midnight.
That's actually a really good idea, man. Like that's 100% correct. What was the 90s? What was the 90s movie? Was it Jason Goes to Hell?
Came out in the 90s.
Yeah, I think that was the only
1993.
And then that you're 100% right because that movie sucked big ass balls. So yeah, man, you're right. There was really never a good 90s. No, there was never a good 90s Jason movie at all. So you do that shit up, man.
And not set in the 90s for the very least. You know, when did Jason X come out?
That came out in 2001.
Oh, did it really? Damn. So that was another nice little break.
Yeah. Well, here's the weird thing. If you had put like a great soundtrack, because the 90s had some really killer soundtrack, like killer music at that time, and set it like around the time. I'm not saying it would have done as well as Scream, but what if it, like in 1996, if a really awesome Friday the 13th sequel had come out with a great soundtrack? I don't know. You know how the 90s were like, in having that kind of like Rage Against the Machine type of like feel to the whole movie. I don't know. It would have been. I think it could have been really cool. Yeah,
I think they were like passe at that time, like slashers were, until Scream came out and put its finger in the butt of the genre.
Well, I think Jason been tapped. I mean, I think after Jason Goes to Hell, which was a terrible direction for that film, they just suck heart and then vomit in each other's mouth.
Yeah, Jason's barely in the fucking movie, right? And then like that happened in 93, and then in 96, Scream came out and changed the game. So I mean, like, it's crazy how little of a gap there was there between. Well, Tyler, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the only really. I mean, I'm not saying Jason. I thought he looked cool as fuck in Jason Goes to Hell in the beginning when the goddamn army guys are shooting him up. I thought that was a great idea. Like, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be crazy good because the army's gonna take him on. And then the ending, he looked great. The biggest part about that movie that I take away from Jason Goes to Hell is that when Freddy's glove came out and pulled his mask under, because then everybody was like, oh shit. See, I think Freddy versus Jason in the 90s would have been even bigger than it was.
Yeah.
You know how you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if they'd waited 3 years and maybe released it in 96 or 97, I think Freddy versus Jason would have been mega, even bigger than what we got in the, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But that's all I remember.
They tried for fucking ages to get. That's why there's a whole book about all the scripts that got made for that shit. We'll have to do another one of those at some point, by the way. Tyler Warner says this is for Jay's dog.
Yeah, thanks. He needs it.
Okay. I was like, did you not
he's running low on some Pupperino, so he definitely needs the $5 to go buy some more. That's just expensive.
Dude, it's getting crazy. We just paid like $35 for a bag of fucking dog food the other day. So that helps. JD, that helps as well, my friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. It says, hey, pretty ladies. Good to see your faces. Happy Friday 13th.
Hey, happy Friday 13th, girl.
Cheers to you, JD.
It's all right, JD. Don't worry about it.
Woo-wee. Cletus.
Don't forget to add me on MySpace, girl.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. The Slaughtered Lamb Movie Podcast says dirtiest Jason of them all. That's a good question. That's like I'm
like the nastiest one, or like just like one that looked like butt crack.
I'm thinking like movie. Like, what's the dirtiest movie? Like most Rob Zombie-ish Jason movie. I mean,
that's why I think they all were like. I mean, I don't think they ever approached the Rob Zombie status of butt crack.
Not one, not two, not three. I mean, Jason did basically have an off-screen possible rape in 3.
That's true.
Not four. Fuck, I'm gonna go Jason X. Jason X is the dirtiest because they had that dude getting the nipple clamps. There's a lot of sex stuff going on in that.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure about the dirtiest. Like, are you talking about like just like the most depraved Jason? Or are you talking about like honest to God, like he looks like skank, like the skankiest Jason?
Which Jason smells the worst?
The Backhead Jason, 100%. Part 2. Part two.
Here, we'll make this the first Friday night fight because I forgot we said I'll put this in the poll. So yours is you think the stinkiest Jason's
100%, dude. Yeah, he got that pillowcase from God knows where. It probably smells like butt crack juice.
Oh man, I'm gonna go.
I mean, a mask like the hockey mask is one thing, but like literally, he's got a damn bag on his fucking head that probably he wiped his ass with in the woods.
Yeah,
and he's like, fucking getting in your face with it. Ooh.
I see what you're saying, but man, he's been through some shit though, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with him at the beginning of Jason Takes Manhattan. I'm gonna go with Jason Takes Manhattan, Jason, because he'd been under the fucking water for all that time.
He probably smelled like chlorine.
Shitting in his britches, and it's like flowing out the bottom, you know.
Yeah, but
and he's got that dirty lake smell to it, and he's like rotting. And, like,
well, if you look
insides are rotted.
But part 6, he was underground and was rotting, and like he had maggots coming out of his fucking face.
That's true, but I think water would actually make it worse, right?
No, I mean he didn't have. I mean, maybe some fish would have been nibbling on it, but there was no maggots laying eggs in him.
But he was dead, so he wasn't shitting.
No, his biological functions definitely wasn't working.
Well, that's true. I mean, but then again, I guess he wasn't eating, right? So he's not really got anything to shit.
No, he was on that keto diet. Yeah.
What about no, stinkiest Jason? No, dude.
Like if you're talking about the smelliest Jason, yeah, that's a different story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The smelliest Jason. I think the smelliest Jason was definitely the end of Manhattan, right? When he was that little fucking kid and like had that slime. I'm still gonna go with the beginning of Manhattan. That's gonna be mine. You're going with 2?
Well, I'm gonna go with the smelliest Jason, then I would go with part 6. But if I'm just gonna go with like the one that looked like a skank and it probably smelled like a skank juice, was probably part 2.
I'm gonna scoot down and catch up with the chat and see if anybody's got any other ideas as well. They said those nasty nails in part 4, though. Yeah, that's true. Michael says part 7 or the remake. In the remake, I don't know. I mean, I feel like he was probably showering.
He probably wearing like Jacquard Noir and using like Old Spice for some shampoo.
Yeah, and the remake, I mean, he built those whole tunnels. I bet he installed a little shower system outside that.
It probably wasn't Jacquard Noir. He probably smelled like Jupe with Old Spice.
Yeah, a little bit Jupe. That he found found it with his metal detector.
Walmart. Some Walmart stuff right there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be back.
Honestly, there's go ahead. Sorry, I didn't hear you. There's some Walmarts that Jason could just take off the mask and walk around in and get away with it, to be honest with you. Like that could work. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in the poll real quick. That'll be the first little Friday night fight, just a little touch, just a little Friday night fight. Let me find it here and throw it in the poll. Which is the stinkiest Jason betwixt these two Jasons, my friends? Is it gonna be Jason at the beginning of Jason Takes Manhattan, because he's been out and under the sea, down where it's wetter, everything's better under the sea? Or is he stinkier in part 2? Just 1 second. Jason smells worse. Part 2, Baghead Jason, or Jason takes Manhattan. Okay, so that's in there. Tell us your thoughts. Tell us your stinky thoughts. Meantime, I will do another trivia for you guys. All right. Y'all ready for this? What song was actually playing? This one's actually kind of easy. This one's a little bit easier. What song was actually playing in Friday the 13th, the final chapter, when... Please don't throw up on me. That was a really gross noise. In Friday the 13th, the final chapter, what was the song playing while they were filming Crispin Glover's classic dance scene? It was playing something else in the movie, but what was playing while he was dancing? Oh, I gotta... All right. Go. This is probably the easiest one of the group here. Who was the first one? Who was first? It was Colton Candler. I believe Colton won our Patreon live stream trivia. So yeah, it was Back in Black by AC/DC. So that scene where it's funny because you can actually put it to the song. If you go watch the scene where Crispin Glover's dancing in Friday the 13th, the final chapter, he's dancing to Back in Black from AC/DC. Let me check my email and see if y'all have sent me any. Oh, here we go. Anthony Stamps. Here's another one. This was from the audience. Anthony Stamp says, which crew member from the Evil Dead series gave Jason Goes to Hell director Adam Marcus permission to use the Necronomicon and Kandarian dagger in his movie? Which crew member from the Evil Dead series gave Jason Goes to Hell director Adam Marcus permission to use the Necronomicon and Kandarian dagger in his movie? And now I just have the fucking fucking song from like Jock Jam stuck in my head. God damn it. Hey, Tyler, that's for my... Yeah, did you see that? You gave Jay's dog some money, and my dog was like, what's up, bro? What the fuck? Come on, Ryder. I meant... Oh, Tyler? Sorry, Tyler. I looked down at Ryder, who said, take a shot every time Mike says 13th. Dude, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with my tongue. All right? Since I quit smoking, I can't fucking get words out. They don't come out right. Like some part of my fucking brain that's tied to speech and nicotine is no longer connected. Fucking, I don't know what's happening. Maybe I just got a fat tongue. Works to my advantage, though. Sorry. I'd like to apologize. Stacey James was the first one, right? It was Sam Raimi. That was Sam Raimi that okayed Jason Goes to Hell director Adam Marcus to use that. That's from Anthony Stamps. Thanks, man. Another one from you guys. What the fuck? That was weird, dude. Okay, there it is. That creeped me out. Oh, I got to tell you guys a story, by the way. I got the wildest shit in the mail the other day. Oh, Lord. You guys are going to love this. Okay, so Friday 13th trivia. Name what actor has played 5 horror slasher icons. Hint, this is from the late 80s to the late 2000s. This one comes from Michael Betcher. Bet your ass someone will have the answer to that. Name the actor who has had 5, who's played 5 different horror slasher icons. My stomach just growled. That was weird. Oh. Nay, Donda. My stomach's making weird noises. I don't know what's happening. Correct. Stacy again. Kane Hyder. Hotter. Fuck. I appreciate y'all for the congrats. Congrats to my wife as well. She has also quit the ciggies, which means I don't even got to take a pee break, because pee break actually meant smoke a cigarette in the garage. Yeah, it does. It do. And also pee. Maybe that's why my stomach's round too. It's like nicotine. Feed me, Seymour. Mr. Cage Brony, which is an amazing fucking, and he's got the AOL address too, at AOL.com. In Jason X, how many people did they say Jason has killed? In the movie Jason X, how many people did they say Jason has killed?
Yes. Ready for some more murder and mayhem?
Yeah, we're still talking about butt sex in the Phoenix Suns.
Oh,
yeah.
Ready to protect?
That is correct, Chad Powers. That is correct. Thank you, Mr. Cage Brony. The answer is in Jason X. How many people did they say Jason has killed? The answer is nearly 200. Killed nearly 200 folks.
Well, I got a brain buster for a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people might get this one, but
spread it on.
For the filming of the original Friday the 13th, what was the only set that the crew had to build? So, I mean, it was pretty much they found a location, they scouted it, they were like, all right, everything's good, but they only had to build one fucking set.
I'm just throwing this out there as a guess. The diner?
Incorrecto.
Fuck! The truck.
Incorrecto.
Shit.
They had to build the truck. They couldn't have just got one. We have to build a whole fucking truck.
Yeah, we built the truck. It's a piece of shit.
I don't know if anybody's gonna get this one, honestly. I mean, because this one it's so random. Like
Marco said, the lake.
Yeah, we'll pump a bunch of fucking money into this.
Psycho Podcast said the sign.
Stacey James got it. It's the bathrooms.
The gas station?
No, it was the bathroom set. No, he said. Somebody else said it. I don't know. Whoever said the bathrooms was correct.
Jason Law.
Jason Law. Yeah,
Law.
You got it. You got it, sir.
Well, fucking done, man. And were they working though?
I mean, you know what? If you got to take a dump, you test it out. Who knows?
That's a hell of a
just
job,
blame
man.
it on the fucking director of photography and say it wasn't me.
Yeah, that's a blame. Okay, so as I promised you guys, the next one was a banger. The next true crime that actually happened on Friday the 13th. At least it looks like a banger from the headline.
Dave McRae's gonna get pissed.
She good?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mike Still and Dave McRae's like punchline.
What? No. His is bang on with Dave McRae. That's gonna be his late night talk.
Dave McRae's gonna drive to your house and film you while he kills you with shadows.
We love Dave.
Dave's great.
We're Dave guys. We're fans of Dave. The big great Dave. Oh shit. That's not how I wanted it.
Fox News. Let's see what's going on.
I've revealed myself. I'm a Republican. No. Andy's plane crash survivors recount. How dare you?
Oh, that's
pull
cool.
up a news story from Fox News. Now we all know this isn't real.
Know.
It's okay. Don't worry about Fox News. Is just as reputable as CNN.
I know they're all shitty. All right, so it says Andy's plane crash. Now, this, by the way, if you just popped on, we were recounting stories of bad things that actually happened on Friday the 13th and reacting to them together. Andy's plane crash survivors recount resorting to cannibalism 50 years later.
I think didn't they make a movie Alive?
Yeah, they did eat people
based on movie. This.
Yeah, they ate people's butt meat.
They did. It was the juiciest part to get to.
That's what this is the story.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Oh, I can't
dumb butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy's. And by the way, when I read Andy's, I just want those
the chocolate bars. The chocolate things
the chocolate bars.
Yeah, those are good shit, dude.
Yeah.
What
happened to fucking service in restaurants, by the way? They used to
put that on like the pillows in the hotel rooms that you get a little Andy's candy.
Yeah, when you finish it like Cracker Barrel, they're like, here's fucking couple mints, you pieces of shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, that was like some fancy ass chocolate too, because it'd have the chocolate on it, and it would have like a mint on the bottom part. There's some good shit right there. But
I bet it didn't actually make your breath taste good, because chocolate makes your breath smell like shit. So that didn't work out very well if that's what they were going for. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, talking about mints and eating people's asses and stuff. It was hard to put in your mouth, but we got used to it. I did not know this.
Oh my Lord.
As so many people have said.
It was hard to put in your mouth, but we got used to it. If that's not the biggest tagline for gay Pornhub if I've ever seen, let's get it done.
Oh shit. Especially in a story about eating ass, not the kind of ass you're thinking. All 16 survivors of the 1972 Andy's plane crash have reunited for the 50th anniversary.
Can you imagine how fucking crazy that reunion was? Hey, you remember when we ate that gristle from the butt? You know, you had to do what you had to do to survive, but Jesus Christ, I wouldn't want to be in the same room with people that we've like shared that experience together where we literally ate butt. Like, not like in a sexual way, but we ate butt skin. We ate butt flesh.
Like, hey man, be honest. Did you think Richard tasted?
Hey, I don't know about Richard, but I remember when Timmy over there, man, he got a big old hunk of that goddamn meat. He was like, man, it's crazy. This is pretty bad. It kind of tastes like steak.
You know what's fucked up, man? I actually dipped Richard in Peter.
If only we had some Arby sauce, it'd have completed the whole thing. Yeah.
Hey, you remember how nobody wanted to eat Greg because he was too hairy?
No, man, I remember Greg saying, man, eat me, bro. If I'm the first one to die, eat me.
Take me, dog. Anyways, grab his dick and twist it. Uruguayan Flight 571 was set to take a team of amateur rugby players and their supporters to Chile. Instead, it crashed and stranded survivors for 72 days in the Cordillera, forcing them to eat human flesh to stay alive. Of course, this is also what happens when you try to sit through Avatar 2. Of course, the idea of eating human flesh was terrible, repugnant Ramon Sabella, 70 now. You know, a motherfucker's strong if he lives through that.
Yeah. That's
That
why he's
guy-
70 years old. That human flesh gave him like extra boost.
Your soul is mine.
He fucking Shang Tsung'd his way to life.
Oh God, we're horrible people. Told the Sunday Times in London, it was hard to put in your mouth, but we got used to it.
Yeah. I do, you know, I'm not like the old guy's
About to be a
70.
prom night.
He's 70 years old, but you know,
Oh.
if you heard that, if you're interviewing him, it was hard to put in my mouth, but we got used to it. Like you would like laugh when you were interviewing him, be like, and he like, what's so funny? I'm like, nothing.
No, I got
It's like it's just really, yeah, it must have stretched your fucking throat to get it down, huh?
No, I didn't do nothing, man. It wasn't me. No, that ain't me. It's like, man, did you eat that dude's ass? No, that ain't
No,
me.
I don't know what to do. No.
Sabella recalled the choice survivors made when Roberto Canessa, a medical student, suggested they eat the bodies. You know, Roberto, like as soon as the plane crashed, he's like, man, we're gonna have to fucking eat somebody. You know that, right? It's like,
Dude,
what are you talking
Roberto
about?
sounds like a fucking Reddit moderator.
He gets to be the one that came up with it. They're like, so how did this happen? He's like, well, I came up with the idea. I was the first to bring it up. And
Yeah.
everybody was like, dude, we've been down here for 7 minutes. He's like, I know. I'm just saying that if we get hungry,
We got to think long term, guys.
yeah,
We got to think long term.
I'm going to eat somebody.
Oh.
Yeah. He suggests they eat the bodies of this deceased in order to the rest of them to survive. And then Carlos said there was no other option for the young survivors, noting for the morbidly curious that human meat doesn't taste of anything, really. The report states.
That's a complete fucking lie. You know it tastes like steak.
chicken.
Or steak or chicken. You know 100% it does.
Yeah.
They don't want to go on the interview and though it's like, yeah, it was delicious. Like, it was the most delicious meat I've ever had. It was succulent.
I never had nothing like it, man.
No, it was so
Tell
good,
you
man.
what,
I got the shakes after, but no big deal.
I'd be like, so when you order a steak at a steakhouse, do you get it medium rare? It's like, because the correct answer for you is actually well done at this point.
Well, at least Roberto didn't say, hey, let's start on the nuts first.
I get the
We'll
rectum.
work our way up.
I love those peach rings.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. Payas added it was the survivors' duty to travel the world and share their story.
You ate the duty hole. It's not your duty to share the story, though. You don't have to.
No. 45 passengers were on the ill-fated plane on October the 13th, Friday the 13th, 1972. Authorities said during the flight, the pilot veered off course in a dense fog before crashing into the snowy Andes Mountains. 12 passengers were killed in the crash. 17 others died from injuries and suffocation from an avalanche that occurred days later.
Yep.
Desperate, after more than 2 months in the frigid peaks, Canessa and Fernando Parado left the crash site to seek help. It was the group's last attempt at survival. After 10 days of trekking, they spotted Sergio Catalan, a livestock herder in the foothills of the Chilean Andes. The conditions were such that the pair couldn't get too close to Catalan, but from afar, they heard him say one word, tomorrow. And with that word, our suffering ended. And so
you ate some ass to survive. I mean, you know, more power to you. I mean, you did it. You did it. You won out. You beat life.
Who wouldn't? I'd eat your ass.
Hey, I'll eat your ass any day of the week. It doesn't matter. Alive, dead, whatever in between. We'll do it. But dude, that's a great. By the way, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, like an early '90s movie, Alive. It's a good movie. It's actually a pretty well done movie. But I mean, what they went through was pretty fucking horrific. I mean, you know, to be honest, like being up there that long and starving to death. I mean, after a while, you know, old Jacob's ass starting to look real tasty.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a big old bubble butt, so you know it's going to go around for a couple of days. But I don't believe, for 1 second, when they say it had no taste. I just think your taste buds were cold.
And also, you haven't eaten. You're hungry enough to eat human flesh. Don't tell me
that shit tastes like the best prime rib he'd ever had in his life.
Yeah, I swallowed that shit whole. I'll be like, dude, but you know, you ask the questions you'd actually ask, be like, all right, did you eat anyone's dick? I mean, because that's
the first thing. Yeah.
It looks like a hot dog, right? So
yeah, big old fleshy hot dog. Yeah, it's a
I'm gonna put
bratwurst.
someone's dick in between someone's buns and just pretend I'm eating a hot dog.
Well, actually, if you ate a wiener and it looked like a bratwurst, just like being soft, that's a big dick. I mean, that guy should be proud in life.
That's true. Yeah, not like one of those cocktail sauces.
Yeah, otherwise it's gonna look like a popcorn shrimp.
I'm like, like when I died, I'd be like, dude, listen to me. When you eat my dick, I was a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, and by the way, it's really cold up here in these Andes mountains.
Oh man,
it's really cold.
Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, you got the perfect built-in excuse.
Yeah, it's not like. I mean, obviously, I'm a lot bigger,
right.
But it's really cold.
Yeah, and again, I just want to reiterate because I feel horrible for making all these jokes about this awful, horrible, terrible thing that happened to these people, these poor fucking people. It's an awful, terrible, horrible story, but we're just making.
It reminds me. Well, we're just pieces of shit too. But also, by the way, it reminds me of that thing in The Shining. He was like, "You mean they ate each other up in the Donner family? The Donner family? Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of
man,
shit to eat in this.
I think it just shows you like there. If there's a way, there's a will. These guys wanted to survive, man. You got to and they did what they had to do. You got to do what you got to do, man. Ain't nothing wrong. I'm not gonna fucking hate them I'm sure there are people like reading that and they're like, oh my god, I would have rather have died. No, you wouldn't if you fucking lying sack of shit.
No, I'd have done it.
You would have guzzled on that knob of a wiener if you knew it was gonna save your life. You 100% would have. I know they didn't eat wiener, but they ate butt. You would have totally eaten that ass to fucking survive.
No, I'd be doing it. I'd look like Mel Gibson in Signs, like when he's eating the different.
It's start crying. Would you be crying though that you're like, horrified about what you're doing, or that it tastes so good? I'm not listening at all.
Eduardo Santiago, thanks, buddy. Says, hey yo, Jay, hit him with that Loomis voice. Hey yo, Mike, make us feel like a funky bunch. Happy Friday to the Wham fam. Happy Friday to you, motherfucker.
Hey, Eduardo Santiago, thank you so much, sir. I would totally eat your ass if we were stranded on a fucking mountaintop with snow coming in and I couldn't survive. I would eat that ass.
We'd eat your ass together. And
we would. We would put some barbecue sauce on that and enjoy it.
And I say come immigrants because we're going to come.
It'd be what would be great is if that in that story somebody was like, old Terrence pulled out some hot sauce. He had some Tabasco. Yeah, he just kept some Tabasco. It didn't break in the crash, and he put some of that on there. It was really good.
Man, this was really better.
They never show that in the movie, but I was like, that's more realistic. Hey, put a little sauce on that.
Catch some in a sock or some shit. It's like I've been saving this shit. Creasefold says, I'm camping right now in the Adirondacks. Pray for mojo. I don't know what that means, man, but I hope you don't have to eat anyone's ass. Unless it's
what the hell
sexual.
Is
that?
The Adirondacks? I don't know
those
what
are
that
chairs.
Is. Oh.
Yeah, they're summer chairs.
I was like, are you going to eat someone's butt if you get stranded?
I hope so. I mean, for most people, eating someone's ass is probably a good night. It's probably a good night. Not for the faithful people on
not for the faint of heart.
Friday,
for sure.
Friday the 13th. Yeah. D Mitch says, Mike, you ever do a commentary for Grind? No, but we fucking should.
That's a great movie.
Yeah,
Great movie.
We love that movie, man. We'll put that in a poll, one of the Patreon polls for commentaries this month, because I would love to do that, man. That would be fun. I haven't seen that movie.
When's the last time you watched that movie?
Dude, it's been a while. It's been a few years. It's kind of hard to find, probably. I bet.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I have no idea when I watched it.
I hate clowns, man. Gary said you skipped my second super chat after the first. Well, shit, man. Fuck.
There's so much going on, man.
I'm gonna go find it. Hey, Jay, give us your next trivia question.
All right, I got one for y'all.
Super chat.
Hey, this is gonna be crazy. This is also a little hard too.
Like me.
What actress was offered the role of Alice Hardy but turned it down? So the actress that played Alice, there was another one originally, but she was offered the role and she said, "Nah, I'm good." It's actually surprising. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I didn't think she was like
Julia Roberts.
No.
Jenna Ortega.
Mm-mm.
Richard Ramirez.
Hold on, I think someone got up. What's in a name? Sally Field was offered the role of Alice, and she said, "Fuck that! I want a career."
She missed out on all that fucking convention money.
That convention money, man. That's like some fucking drug dealer money right there. Hand over fist, dollar bills, y'all.
Sally Field's the best, dude. Sally Field's a good actress. She was in What's that movie she's in on the cover? She's like holding a gun. Eye for an Eye. Is that it?
I guess.
a good
Yeah.
one.
I'm always getting Sally Fields, Forrest Gump's mom.
That's her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I know her from.
Yeah, she was a slut.
Stacey James said she could have got a new car. She could have got a new car.
Yeah, you could have had a new car. You fucked up, man. Gary, I found a super chat that said, I like Zodiac because it didn't feel like you were just watching a movie. It felt like you were part of the gang trying to figure out how to catch a killer. More movies should be like that. I kind of get that, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they did a really
Zodiac
good job.
ruled. I finally didn't. I have to beg you to watch. Is that one of the ones like you?
Finally, yeah, I finally watched it. Yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot.
Old David Fincher strikes again.
But no, the thing is with Jake Gyllenhaal, every time I watch a Jake Gyllenhaal movie that's like dark and gritty and shit like that, I always think of Nightcrawler because I feel like that guy deserved an Academy Award.
He absolutely did.
For Nightcrawler, 100%.
Nightcrawler fucking ruled, dude. That was a great movie. But yeah, dude, I love Zodiac. I'm right there with you. That's great. And Robert Downey Jr. was amazing in that movie too. That was beautiful. Okay. All right. Okay. Do one more super chat. Michael Parton says, I'm like Jimmy from the final chapter, except gayer.
All right.
Hey, all right.
I roll with that,
right.
though. That's fine, dog.
Keep on grooving. Or what is it they say? Is it Biodome? It's like, keep on munching or something. Or no, Encino Man. That's what Pauly Shore says.
Yeah.
When they're doing the fruit.
Keep on cruising. Keep on cruising.
Cruising. That's it. Yeah. Keep on cruising. Meet group. George Vivero says, some goofy family trivia. I was born February 13th, a Thursday, and my sister, that's called pre-cum. And my sister was born November the 13th, a Friday. LOL,
that's called
my
full
daughter
cum.
Almost born. Did you hear that? Jay talks about coming in your sister. LOL, my daughter was almost born on Friday the 13th, but barely made it to the 14th. Oh, man. Dude.
Yeah, man, you got a whole history of bad luck. Holy shit.
Honestly, that would suck, dude. If you were born on Friday the 13th, somewhere in the back of your fucking head, you'd just be thinking, like, what if it is?
If you guys were born in, like, during the French Revolution, you guys would be like Marie Antoinette, have your head executed and shit. Like, I can't believe a whole fucking family got executed, and we were like kings and queens, and because we were born on that stupid day, dumb.
Yeah. You're just waiting on it, right? Like,
but your daughter was the one that really got out of it. Your daughter was the one that broke that curse. She's going to go on and do great things and wonderful things, and everyone else in your family is just pure fucked.
Is that not the tie-in for any Jason Voorhees crossover, though? Sydney Prescott looking at her birthday. When's your birthday again? Oh, it was Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And then he
is that her birthday?
Because Jason changes. No, I'm just saying, like, Jason changes his MO to just he wants to leave Crystal Lake, so he decides just to kill everybody with the birthday Friday the 13th, so that it can finally make sense that it's called Friday the fucking 13th for once.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that I mean, I feel like every other slasher would make fun of him. Like, you're just gonna go out and kill all the kids that were born on Friday the 13th. What a loser you are! Holy shit!
Why did I just, dude? Either I'm stupid and I'm really forgetting something like central to the story, or this has been brought up a million times and I'm just an idiot, but why the fuck is it called Friday the 13th?
Because it happened on Friday the 13th.
But does he only do it on Friday the 13th? I don't think so.
No, I think that the reason why is because I could be wrong, but Cunningham said something like, well, it's kind of like the same Halloween thing. Halloween, the name wasn't taken, so they were like, we're going to call it's going to be called Halloween. And then Friday the 13th is considered a bad luck day by everybody. And it had never been used before in a slasher film. So Cunningham was like, oh, that makes sense.
I think I remember hearing that too on like the Crystal Lake thing, like Crystal Lake Memories or whatever. I think you're right. But it's weird. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but have they ever fucking used that? Have they ever been like, he's coming back because it's Thursday the 12th? Like, have they ever actually fucking used that in any of the sequels at any time?
I think it was literally because they were like, no one's got it. Like, no one's ever used that as a name of a slasher or horror movie.
Clinton said Jason drowned on Friday the 13th. So
he should have got lessons on the 12th.
Maybe Pam was paying fucking attention. She'd have got that kid swimming lessons. She knows there's a goddamn lake there.
Fucking some hobo in the goddamn treehouse in the woods.
Right. Oh, it was his birthday. His name was Jason, and today was his birthday. That too. Yeah. So there's a little stuff going on. That's one said he was born there. Yeah.
But I think creatively though, they chose that day because it had never been used.
Yeah.
like at all. Like just like John Carpenter chose Halloween because no one had ever used Halloween as the name of their movie.
Yeah. That checks
So,
out.
which
Yeah,
is
but
weird.
still
I mean,
kind
you
of-
think about that. Halloween came out in the 70s, and like no one up to that point had ever used in any horror movie Halloween as the title card. That's just weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe no one even thought about it. They're like, no, kids get candy and shit. I don't know.
Seems like such a waste, though.
Yeah.
Just part of it feels like a waste. Frankenstein Studio, thank you, sir. Says happy Friday 13th, my special boys.
Thank you,
You
boy.
see the first 5 minutes of Never Hike Alone 2 that was released today made me blow machete confetti.
Oh, you got all sorts of that
Oh.
sperm juice everywhere.
Yeah.
Never Hike Alone 2. No, mine. I haven't seen the trailer for it.
Yeah, I saw that it came out, but I did not watch it yet. Did not know. Today was weird. I wasn't home almost all day long, so I missed a lot of the fun Friday the 13th online shenanigans that went on. A couple other things came out too. I was actually hoping we would get some news on the show today, like just something like a still or like, hey, this is the date we're filming, or just anything.
It'd be a good time to do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it actually makes me a little bit worried because like we haven't gotten anything since they said that show was coming. Like,
what's the network that's putting it out?
Peacock on the cock.
I'm kind of like, I'm not like I mean, I don't know.
Oh, God,
I'm not saying that Peacock couldn't deliver, the Friday. I mean, but I like it's an original series, and this is like, would this be like Peacock's first venture into like actually doing like a major TV show revolving around a major title like Friday the 13th? It kind of makes me a little nervous.
I don't know. I mean, it's produced.
I'm not saying they couldn't do it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I mean, it's produced by A24, so I think Peacock's just airing it. The question is,
never mind. Then I forget. Yeah, okay. Then I take everything I say back. A24 is fucking awesome. I love them. I will lick their butts. I love A24.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I'd eat their butts if we got stranded on a snowy mountaintop together as well. I forgot about the fucking poll as well. The stinkiest Jason goes to Jason Takes Manhattan. 73% of the audience thinks that Jason Takes Manhattan Jason is stinkier than Part 2 Baghead Jason. Though I do agree with you that Baghead Jason does not.
Well, yeah, it would depend on. Yeah, I maybe I didn't understand because the skankiest Jason is Part 2. But if you're talking about rotting Jason, I mean, when he's under the ground, he's been rotting with maggots coming out of his face versus like under the lake. I don't know.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to put this in the poll as well for another Friday Night Fight. Which Jason movie is better to you? Because this is always a tough one.
Well, Manhattan's definitely not going to be on my list. So,
no,
yeah,
no, but
movie.
Just between these two, because I think the argument rages on a lot of which one's the better one, because it's tough. I mean, it really is tough. They're both, I think, the two best Jason movies there is. But what would you take between Jason Lives or The Final Chapter?
That's a good one. I'm going to go with The Final Chapter. Like, it just felt sexy. The entire movie, and it had a great cast. Crispin Glover was awesome in that. It also had Corey Feldman that was great in that. Like it felt, and then Tom Savini was doing the makeup effects on it, was awesome too. I mean, it was just great. I mean, that movie really could have been the last Jason movie, and I would have been satisfied with that.
I 1000% do agree with you. Now, if you check back on our rankings, I may have had a different opinion. Then, again, my take on this can change given the day. They're that close to me because Part 6 was so funny, and Thom Matthews was so badass in that. Like the series really needed him at that point, and it was really smartly written and had some great kills in it and had some good times. But right now, I'm feeling The Final Chapter. It was.
Well, every time I watch, when you watch The Final Chapter, it's got a perfect time capsule of the 80s. Like it's perfectly encapsulated in that movie. And when I watch it, like the music, the actors, the setting, the way they shot it, everything, it's a perfect 80s movie. Friday the 13th. It just puts you in the Halloween mood too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think it's the go-to. Like if I had to show if I had to show someone, it's like, what's Jason about? Like, what is Jason about? I would probably show them The Final Chapter. Yep. You know, if you can only show them one movie and not be a completist and like watch every single one, because you got Crispin Glover, you got the twins, you got the badass hiker dude in the woods that they found. That
the guy that like wants to sell brawny paper towels.
Yeah,
but he just wound up in the woods.
he would have been a good adversary for Jason. I don't feel like they used him nearly enough.
I think he was the original blueprint for what Thom Matthews became.
Yeah, and it was misleading actually, because you got this big tough dude and you think he's gonna face off against Jason, but in the end he dies in the basement, and then fucking Corey Feldman comes downstairs looking like fucking Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins, and he's the one that's
yeah, he does look like Billy Corgan. Yeah,
like it's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna go final chapter, but it's close. Real Michael Myers says, "Happy Friday 13th. I'm still the king though. Jason knows it." Well,
yeah, you do.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, you do though. I don't know,
Take that damn thing off.
I mean, it's not like we ain't talking about Michael Myers around here. I mean, Michael Myers, I mean, he could be a pussy. He could be queer. But as far as like personal preference, yes, we both like Michael Myers over Jason. I feel like there's too much mystery and mystique behind Jason to ignore, versus Jason is like a force of nature. He's like a hurricane. Like he just comes through and destroys shit, or an ex-wife, just destroys things and takes things from you, and leaves you in a puddle of goo. And Michael Myers is a sneaky little ninja shit that hides in the shadow and takes things from you as well, but in a much more subtle way. So, but ultimately though, I mean, no joking, Michael Myers is more of an interesting backstory. He's more fleshed out personally.
Yeah.
Than
personally,
Jason.
I like Michael too. I like Michael better too. I really do. Jason is a little bit. Jason can be a little bit of a funner guy to party with. I think, because like when you look at it, it's like Jason. Those later Jason sequels were just like woo. You know, Michael's never just been like woo. He's never let his freak flag fly. It's always they're trying to be serious, even if they make shitty movies. They're always trying to take Michael serious. I guess Resurrection would probably be the best example.
That was the most. Yes. Yeah.
Try to make it hip. You know, that
was the most throwaway sequel that would fit in a Jason movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jason's a little bit loosey goosey, you know, so you got to give him respect for that. But
Jason's like a kegger party at a college. Yeah. You know, you're going to get fucked up and it's going to be shitty, cheap ass beer, but you're going to get laid. It might not be a hot girl, but you're going to get your fucking dick wet. Michael is more like a fancy upscale New York party where everyone's drinking goddamn wine and having mate. And it takes a little time to get your situation.
But they got the good drugs.
But they got the best. They got cocaine at the Michael Myers party. Jason party can't afford it, but they got some really good kegs.
Yeah, and way more attractive women. You know, and people are doing coke in the bathroom. Kyle Kehoe, which I'm not going to make a joke about your name at all because we respect our viewers here, and I'm sure that you've heard.
How many glory holes did you visit this month?
Friday part 2 is my favorite. Funny stream, laughing to death over. Oh, what's your favorite Jason mask? Can't wait for the show. Can't wait.
Oh, that's good. I think we did. Did we do that? I thought that was one of the suggestions I was going to say. Like, what kind of Jason centralized show should we do for tonight? Was like ranking all the Jason masks, but I think we've done that. I think we did all that. But I got to be honest, man. Like the one Jason mask that I always think is like cool, but it was never on screen enough to be like, not a lot of people remember it. I thought the Jason Goes to Hell mask was fucking awesome at the very beginning, where it's like barely there and it's all cracked and split up and it's barely holding on like a condom that's getting ready to break because fucking Jason's face is so fucking fat and full of bile and pus. It just wants, it wants to snap that shit off. And then at the end of the movie, when it's a little bit more fitting, dude, I'm gonna tell you what, Jason Goes to Hell mask looks goddamn glorious. It looks like scary. And it was such a tease too, because in the poster, remember, it was like the silver mask. It was like all fucking like chromed out, like Master P was doing the songs.
The Jason X one?
No, for Jason Goes to Hell, I mean.
Oh yeah.
Jason Goes to Hell. The mask is my favorite.
I like that one too. It's just that to me, like where his head's like all lumpy coming out of it, he looks like one of those ladies in like the salon that have like those curlers in.
Yeah, with curly hair. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's so fat that like his face.
Yeah,
like,
it's all that pus and shit, man. Yeah, I was like, bro, you bloated. How much beer did you drink?
I'm gonna go part 7 off the top of my head, just because I like the fucking chip in it. You know, I like that.
That does look good.
And you can see his fucking like sticking out of the side.
That used to be my favorite one, but I think I just watched. I think someone, I don't know who I watched. Someone did the ranking of the masks, and that Jason Goes to Hell mask Dude, it just looks so like it's been beat up, chewed up, spit out, and that motherfucker's still here. I loved it. I think
off
like,
stage.
Yeah. Mom's spaghetti, all of them is sweaty. I know
Somebody's
that's
paying the Pied Piper. Oh shit! Yeah, that movie just came out on 4K, by the way, and I was thinking,
What? Jesse Goes to Hell?
No, 8 Mile. I was like, why the fuck do I need 8 Mile on 4K?
When you buy that, you gotta when you take it up to the cashier, you're like, I'm not afraid.
Oh shit!
Did you ever think that he got his voice to do that? Like when I'm not afraid. Like
you sound like Professor Clump from.
I know, but it sounds like Kermit. It's fucking like a megaphone. But it's like you think that he did that when he was rapping. Like that's so weird that he got his voice that low and he did that to his throat. He was like, I'm not afraid. They're like, no, man, just keep it flowing.
We missed a fucking a big one though. I was scrolling. I got lost in the time zones. So I apologize for this, man. I just now noticed it. Give me 1 second. I'm push it to the limit. Don't look down. Here's what's ahead. You gotta do it.
Oh yeah.
Push it.
Push it to the limit.
It came on my
limit. I don't know the rest of the words.
Hella just heard me and she's turned around and went.
Hey, by the way, is that not the greatest like sound though? Like that music when he's like doing his shit on Scarface.
Oh,
like
yeah,
it gets
dude.
you pumped, like how to, it's like I want to sell cocaine now.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. That's the bad part about those movies. But dude, Tim C with a fucking
holy shit,
Wendy's bag,
Tim.
Sponsored by Wendy's. Got that bag. Gotta get the bag. Tim C, thank you so much, dude. Seriously, it says
Really
happy Friday 13th, guys. Have either of you or the chat watched Sick on Peacock yet? Most definitely worth a watch. Totally Kevin Williamson without the Dawson Creek bullshit. Exciting and funny. Scream vibes galore.
I haven't. I don't know what Sick is.
You don't know what Sick is.
I don't know what Sick is.
I watched it last night, dude. Got the screener for it and I planned to do a review today, but stuff came up. So yeah, there'll be a review for it, dude. Honest to God, though, you're fucking spot on, dude. Like, I liked it a lot. As soon as it starts, you're going, okay, I don't know. I don't fucking know. And then it's so simple. It's also simple, but it's so nostalgic for that time of movies. The only problem I have with it is it's a pandemic movie. It all takes place during COVID, and they're all talking about like the movies, the shelves are empty and all shit like that. And the one thing I said when I heard all these movies were coming out, all these COVID pandemic movies were coming out, was like, I do not want to fucking live through that again. Like, do those movies in 10 years. I do not want to watch a movie about what we just lived through. But I will say that it worked really good for this. I loved it. You're absolutely right. Total Scream vibes. I can't.
Where's my goddamn screener?
It's in the email, honey. You want to watch it? Come on now.
I know about you getting a goddamn screener.
Come on, Cletus. You didn't know what the movie was.
Is it a movie? I thought it was a show.
No, it's a movie. It's out now. It's on Peacock. That's what I was saying. Like, I meant to get it done before it came out, but didn't happen. So it came out today on Peacock, actually.
No, I never heard of it.
Y'all would watch it. Take it down. Yeah, I know you're not much of a Scream feller, but it's very Scream.
Was that what it is though? Is it like almost promoted as a Scream?
No, it's just written. It's written by Kevin Williamson, who wrote the Scream and wrote.
I know.
Last summer.
Oh, so it's like okay.
Yeah, so it's those vibes. It's like a Scream type movie. And I'll tell you what, dude, it's so simple though. Like, the simpleness of it is what takes you, like, you think like there's nothing crazy going on. You're just watching it, but you go, damn, I kind of missed this shit.
Dude, to be honest, the last time I turned on my Peacock was to watch Halloween.
Oh,
like Halloween Kills or Ends or something. I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah. Yeah, you should watch it, man.
Because it kind of makes me, it kind of makes me mad though. It's like all these goddamn streaming services, and they're trying to do these original shows. It makes me, I'm like, dude, come on, stop. Like, either put it out on like a fucking streaming service that people are gonna watch, like Netflix or like HBO Max or something. Stop, like, dude. I got back into The Walking Dead recently, and I'm glad that Netflix still has the rights to it because they have AMC Plus. I'm like, I'm not paying for that shit. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna pay like $10 or $15 a month for AMC Plus. Fuck you in the butt.
Yeah,
there's too many streaming services. I'm getting tired of it.
No, there is. Yeah, I mean, and if you run through your bills at the end of the month, you're like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, you're spending like $100 fucking dollars.
Yeah, I signed up for a free trial 7 months ago. I've given these people
yeah,
like
and then they jackhammered your dick, and it's like, no, you owe $80 for the year.
Yeah,
You're
now
like,
you got to
nah,
eat a guy's
that ain't
ass on a
true.
ski slope. No, thank you so much, Tim. Really do appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, you dude. Thank you. Let me see.
And by the way, your profile
down.
picture is really happy. I saw he was like, I know. It's okay. Like he looks like he could give you like a speech on how to better yourself in life. Tim does.
He does. And
like he's got all the answers. He knows what's going to happen and he's got it all figured out. Don't worry about it. It's like Tim Robbins, but without Tim Robbins being creepy.
Absolutely. I don't remember if we answered this or not, Landaho, if that was you who said it, but just in case it wasn't you who said it, I'll bring this up as well.
I don't think we did.
Not see it yet. Looking forward to seeing it because those guys rule and what they're doing rule. And how nice it's been a fucking Womp Stomp to fill us with the good shit that they've done for Jason. Wow, that shit's been
it's been great and it's been fun and I love it. But the fact is, it's also really fucking sad because the idea that this franchise, Friday the 13th, has been wrapped up in legal troubles this entire time, and we as fans have been robbed over the years for not having an amazing, cycle of Friday the 13th movies to come out and like digest and chew on and talk about it's kind of sad, man. I mean, Gun Media made the move when they did their game, right? We at least got some content with Jason, but afterwards it's always been like, the creative teams that have been doing it on YouTube that have given the fans the need or the insulin that we desire for that Friday 13th. I mean, it really is sick, dude. Like I hate it. Like, all right, hey, you won, man. You won your fucking court case. Now go the fuck back into the shadows and let us fans have our fucking Jason.
Yeah, get in the fucking kitchen and start cooking.
Yeah, bitch. I want my chicken pot pie now. But I hate that shit, dude. I really do. I mean, I want to see a new Nightmare on Elm Street. I want to see that. And we have to wait for the Wes Craven estate, which
I don't know what.
No offense. I'm not trying to, dog shit all over while they're taking their time for it. But where the fuck is that? Where the fuck is that? Yeah, you guys have had like goddamn. It's like Mystery Men. I'm sure you guys have had like a million writers show up at your door. Like I am Captain Toaster, and they're throwing everything at the book at you. I mean, you got to have stumbled across one good story. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I went off on I feel like it got dark and then it got happy and then it got dark again. I was like,
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I was like, I know.
I can't see with this thing on.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Would you rather have a new Friday the 13th movie out next year or a Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
I feel like fucking Lil Wayne. But what's a goon to a goblin? I'm gonna go Nightmare on Elm Street, dude. It's and part of it's because I mean, and I know Dave McRae and them are doing something awesome with the fan film for
Freddy,
the follow-up to Nightmare 7, but like we've gotten so much cool shit from like Womp Stomp and our guys at Slash and Cast have done a lot of stuff on some cool stuff. So like we've had a little bit of taste of Jason, but we haven't had anything from Freddy in so fucking long, dude. I'm thirsty for it. I'm hurting for a squirting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been calling him on his cell phone all day long, but he keeps rejecting my calls. But I still love him, and his dick is big. But well, that's the thing about Nightmare on Elm Street. They kind of left it in the dirt, right, after Jackie or Haley, because they did such a bad job.
Yeah.
With what they, I mean, and again, I know everybody works hard in these movies, and I'm not trying to dog shit on people's, work ethics or anything like that. But that movie was dog shit. All right. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake was fucking terrible.
The movie was all right.
Jackie O'Haley was great, but you CG his fucking face. You take out the prosthetics. I don't know.
If you get the look wrong, you're fucked. And they got the look wrong.
Well, I think we said it about Michael Myers, but I think Freddy's the same way. It's like Batman.
Mm-hmm.
If you get the mask wrong, you get the outfit wrong, no one's gonna buy it. No one's gonna give a shit. And not to mention 100%. The fact that they did a really weird thing in the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. They tried to make you empathize with Freddy. And I feel like they did it too long, where it was like almost like, oh, did he not do it? So you know what I mean? And the villagers just like burned the wrong guy. You know what I mean? So I feel like they played around with that idea too long, and then ultimately it wound up hurting the overall product because Freddy Krueger is a disgusting human being. Like, you're not supposed to feel sorry for him. Like, you're not supposed to have any kind of empathetic feelings. Oh, well, maybe they got it wrong. And I feel like the creative team behind the remake fucked that up. They went a little too long in the tooth with the idea that maybe he didn't do it. So it kind of threw the audience member through a loop, and they were like, oh, well, was he unjustly prosecuted? That's not what you should think when you watch a Freddy Krueger movie. You should be like, he's a disgusting pedophile, like he's a disgusting human being, but he's also one of the best creature creations I've ever seen on screen. I want to see the reimagining of Freddy Krueger, but you didn't get that.
Around way too much.
As far as Jason goes, yeah, man, it's weird. Have you not noticed that there's a lot more Jason fan films than there are Freddy films?
Yeah, I think it's because the makeup, right? Like that makeup stuff. Like Jason's way easier to fucking 23 skidoo. Like fucking. And there's a lot. I mean, also when you're talking about Freddy, you have to have a really good actor. Like, you know what I mean? Like to pull that off, because there's dialogue, there's stuff like that. A silent. It's, don't get me wrong, like playing Michael or Jason is acting in a way. You know what I mean? Like it's stunt things and stuff like that, and you got to do it right. I'm not trying to poo-poo them, but like it's hard to get good acting in fan films, and that's just the way it is. So not only do you have to have expert makeup, but you have to have great acting from your lead. It's got to really be a good actor, and that, like, honestly, those are pretty fucking hard to find when it comes to fan films, if we're just being honest with our cracks open.
But 100%, you do believe if the court case and lawsuit had never happened, I think they'd be churning out we would definitely have got a sequel to the 09.
Yeah,
Friday
we
13th.
should have. They made
100%.
fucking money.
Yeah, Derek Mears was awesome as
Hell
Jason. 100%.
Hell yeah.
So if you have, like, there's no way that they wouldn't have kept producing Friday the 13th movies, like a new, like, you know, the remake was like the restart the series needed.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think we would be on part 6 right now.
Yeah, we'd be killing it, dude. They should have done it. I don't know why the fuck they didn't. Jump back in. At least one more true crime story we got to talk about. Now, did this happen on? I don't. Maybe this didn't.
It's not on Friday the 13th.
Okay, so this one didn't happen on Friday the 13th. So we're veering a little bit, but the stories allegedly that Friday the 13th is based on were, and dramatic pause.
Oh, and the European murders,
the Lake Bodom murders, allegedly.
That's weird, dude. Because that was one of the questions I didn't ask. It was like, yeah, it was a trivia question. Yeah.
Oh, did I just spoil your trivia question?
No, I got another one.
Okay. But yeah, so the Lake Bodom murders, and I don't know this, by the way, I don't know this story. It says is one of the most infamous unsolved homicide. Oh, it's unsolved. It was me.
Where's my trench coat and smoky background?
One of the most infamous unsolved homicide cases in Finnish criminal history. I don't believe that. The Finnish are wonderful. On June 5th, 1960, at Bodom Lake in Espoo, you see, mama, someone, Bajork and Andy Matichak, both 15 years old, and Sepopotamus Boisman, 18, were killed. I apologize to those actual victims for
you butchered their names. Forever will your name go down in history as terrible. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, that was tough. Were killed by stabbing and blunt force trauma to their heads while sleeping inside a tent. The fourth youth, Nils Gustafsson, then aged 18, was found outside the tent with broken facial bones and stab wounds. Ooh.
God damn.
Despite extensive investigations, the perpetrator was never identified, and various theories on the killer's identity have been presented over the years. Gustafsson was unexpectedly arrested on suspicion of committing the murders in 2004, but he was found not guilty the following year.
Okay, so Gustafsson was the one that had broken facial bones in his face, and then they were like, yeah, he fucking did it. He like smashed his face into a tree trunk to make it seem like he was like, well, I mean, you know, if you're going to do a murder like that.
And he had stab wounds too.
Yeah. You stab yourself and then smash your face into a tree trunk.
It said, I was trying to look at, the arrest and trial of Nils Gustafsson, because that's some Scream shit, right? Like, Nobody will suspect us. I'm just going to stab myself and hit my face on this fucking tree. But it says almost 44 years afterwards, he, not a suspect in the face as far as the public knew in the case, was arrested in early 2005. They declared the case was solved based on new forensic analysis. According to the prosecution's interpretation of the bloodstains, Gustafsson had been drunk and excluded from the tent when he attacked the other boy, getting his jaw broken in a fight, which escalated into him committing 3 murders.
Holy shit. Like that guy, that kid that broke his jaw, Clipper langed his shit and he got mad.
He had that kid is back on the escalator.
Yeah, escalator. Yeah.
The trial started in 2005. His defense lawyer argued that the murders were the work of one or more outsiders and that Gustafsson would have been incapable of killing 3 people given the extent of his injuries. It had always been known that the shoes worn by the killer and hidden by him 500 yards away from the tent belonged to Gustafsson, who was found barefoot on top of the tent. Modern DNA analysis was significant for the prosecution as it showed that the 3 murdered victims' blood was on Gustafsson's shoes, but Gustafsson's was completely absent.
So he killed him while he had his fucking shoes on, then took them off when he was done. Yeah, it's not that hard. Like he went down to the tree line, was like, I'm gonna take my shoes off. They've got guts on them.
You think I could throw this bloody shoe over the mountains?
I'll try.
Prosecution said it followed from the lack of Gustafsson's blood on the shoes that his injuries had occurred at a different time to the attack on the murdered victims, and that the only explanation of this was that Gustafsson had committed the murders, then faked the theft of items by hiding them, further injured himself, and then went back to the tent where now barefoot he pretended to be unconscious.
It's so I know it's sad, but it's so dumb on some of these criminals what they think. You know, they really try to true crime the shit out of this. And like, I've got the idea. I know how to do this. I'm going to murder them. I'm going to take my shoes and put them 500 yards away. And then I'm going to do all this extra stuff. And there's no way I'm going to be a suspect, you idiots.
You're right. It doesn't make any sense because if it was a crime of passion, right? If you got in a fight,
you got embarrassed. Yeah, he got embarrassed.
So they're all like, you got your ass kicked by Greg, and everybody knows Greg's a pussy. And he was like, fuck Greg. Or in this case,
I thought you were born with a dick, not a vagina.
And then he murders everybody. Yeah. And then all of a sudden has this deep, intricate plan. I'm going to bury their shit in the woods so people think it was a theft. I'm going to hide my shoes 500 yards away. I'm going to bash my face against this fucking tree.
This shit was like this guy was like the Bruce Wayne of a murder scene.
Yeah.
Like he had all that shit figured out from the back computer. I know how to do it.
Yeah, and then, but what ended up happening was, it says the prosecution attempted to bolster their case by alleging an identification by 2 bird watchers of Gustafsson as the tall blonde man at the scene on the crime, an assertion that he'd been overheard making an incriminating remark, and also that a decade after the event, he had boasted to a woman about his guilt.
Oh
shit! Hey, you get done having sex, and you're like, I fucking killed people in a tent once, right?
Yeah, you're in that euphoria, and you're like, bitch, you know how badass I am. I killed 3 people one time.
Yeah,
and nobody caught me.
Tell me something about yourself that nobody else knows, and you're just like, oh fuck, I got nothing except for that one thing.
Well, I listen to 50 Cent while I shit, and I think about those murders I did.
You couldn't think of anything else. I like Pop Tarts.
100%. Yeah, it's like I read comic books.
Yeah.
You need something simple.
Yeah, all I could think of was that murder. It's like, I fucking did it. On October 7, 2005, Gustafsson was acquitted of all the charges. Dude, this is crazy. He was on trial just in 2005. Crazy, and Friday the 13th was based on this all this time. The court explained the verdict that, dude, what if they used some shit like this for the series? Like,
no, well, I mean, then it would be like Jason being like in a court and doing the whole thing. I don't know.
I've always wanted to see a slasher in a courtroom. You know?
Well, yeah, but would they let him keep his mask? Because I don't want to see his face.
What if he was just the dude who was trying out for the hockey team, and this is by the way, this is a whole retelling of Friday the 13th. He was just the dude who was trying out for the hockey team, like Happy Gilmore. He just keeps fucking.
So it's Sean William Scott from Goon.
Yeah. It's like he just sucks at hockey. So he goes out camping with his friends, and they start making fun of him, and then he kills them all. But he puts on the hockey mask before he does it, and then we just go through this story. Like he gets like.
Well, I don't want. Well, I would like that, but I don't want any kind of human attachment or emotion to Jason Voorhees. I don't want to see his face and feel bad for him.
That shit's got a good point though. It did work at Halloween Ends, dude. It did work at Halloween Ends because remember Corey was like, I killed someone. He told her.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he did do that.
So I mean, like,
Yeah.
shit. But he was acquitted of all the charges. Of all the charges. The court explained the verdict as due to the prosecution evidence being inconclusive, failure to show Gustafsson had a motive appropriate to a crime of such extreme seriousness, and certainty about the facts now being impossible given that time had elapsed. The state of Finland paid him 44,900 euros for the mental suffering caused by the long remand time, but he was refused permission to sue Finnish newspapers for defamation.
So he got like 50,000, almost 50,000 Finnish dollars.
Not only am I going to murder you,
which
they're going to
Finnish
pay
dollars
me for it.
buy you a box of Cheez-Its.
Shit.
Now,
but
he got,
euros,
I don't know. I don't know what
could
that is.
be
I don't. Yeah,
$86
euros.
or
But what?
porcupine.
Yeah, I don't know. But damn, man. I mean, so so that whole thing is technically unsolved.
Yeah.
If they let him off, if they acquitted him, so they're saying that we don't know who killed all these three people.
That's pretty crazy. So that's allegedly what Friday the 13th is based on. I didn't know that story.
Well, I heard.
Why is there not a true crime doc about that shit?
I'm sure there is, but it's all in Finnish, and I don't speak it.
It's like those fucking band
I'm sure there's some really cool, real story, like hardcore true crime documentaries that are in different languages, but we can't speak it. So, it's interesting because it's. I'm not gonna put this as a trivia question, but Friday the 13th is the beast. This live just made me realize I'm circumcised. I think.
Figure it out.
That's something that sounds like a serial killer thing.
Go play with your dinghy.
I didn't know that I was circumcised until I looked down after a live stream. But no, I was gonna say it's actually on. You can look this up, but apparently Friday the 13th, the movie, was inspired by Halloween and Meatballs, the comedy film Meatballs. They wanted to combine those two and make a horror movie.
You know, that fucking checks out in my brain.
Well, I mean, that's what Cunningham. Sean Cunningham was a huge fan of Halloween. Obviously, he's talks about it before, but he also loved Meatballs. The idea, like the kooky nature of what was going on. If you guys don't know, go check out Meatballs, watch Halloween, combine that, make Friday the 13th. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah. Holy shit. I mean, I do love Meatballs. But JC, it's funny that I just saw this from Jay. Yeah, that we just talked about that. Apparently, we do now. We do now,
yeah.
Jay.
But as far as that Finnish story, like I did hear that too. I did hear someone they had mentioned that could have possibly been the inspiration for the movie. I don't know.
I want to try to find a true crime doc about it. That sounds pretty goddamn interesting. I'm just gonna say it right now. I think Gustafsson did it. But that's knowing absolutely no information.
I'm not saying shit, but then again, I could because he can't sue me because I'm in America.
In my head, when I picture Gustafsson, I just picture one of the Winklevoss twins. I don't know why, but that's how I picture him.
We were canoeing. We were in England. We were trying. We're smart. We're good looking. Between both of us, we can beat the shit out of him.
Because that's not what Harvard men do. Ethan said, "How's it going, guys? Been a hot minute since I caught a stream." Well, welcome. It's been a hot minute since I've had sex. And in that, I mean, I've been jerking off under the table. But yeah. I came a minute and a half ago. And if you keep going, it tickles.
Yep.
Either of you checked out any new good music lately? That's a good question. Not much good music comes out these days.
I don't really listen to the radio that much anymore, but no.
I'll say this. The Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, the band that plays in that has like a forefront whole moment in the movie. They're actually pretty big characters in the Christmas special is the Old 97s. And it's so funny because that's the Old 97s is the band that Vince Vaughn gets Jennifer Aniston tickets to in the breakup. And then he doesn't show up or vice versa or whatever. But my wife we got those Alexa things all around the house now where you can just be like, hey, play me some fucking music and it'll play it. And Katie was playing that the other day. I was like, what is this? Because I like this. I enjoy this. And it was like, it's the Old 97s. And I was like, holy shit. So I'm kind of digging them right now. They got a nice vibe to them. I think you probably like them, dude.
Nah.
No?
It's not Def Leppard. Take a hike.
I don't know what Christmas is.
No, actually, to be honest, I haven't. The newest music I've heard, and I mentioned this earlier, I've been rewatching The Walking Dead, and they play some of the shittiest fucking music I've ever heard in my fucking life. It's always like, I was on a truck and I was looking at her, and I'm thinking to myself when I hear this shit on a Walking Dead season, I'm like, you guys would never fucking like ever got radio time, but for whatever reason, the creators of this show thought it fit the narrative, so they grabbed your music and they put it like, listen, I'm if you like that shit, that's cool, but to be honest with you, 100% that shit would never make fucking radio, never. And it only got on there because maybe somebody sucked some dick in the fucking studio. I hate shows that do that shit, dude. I hate shows that put this banjo ass bullshit country, or not. It doesn't even have to be country, but any music that is terrible, that is awful, and they put it in the shows like as like an outro or an intro. I fucking hate it.
Now, some of it's good. Like Tyler Childers is on there, and I'm not a country guy by any means, but I do love Tyler Childers. But Yellowstone has gotten really bad about that in this season, dude. Like this season, Yellowstone has sucked because it's a fucking music video. Every fucking episode is like 20 minutes of watching cows shit and listening to this new artist.
Yeah.
Like it's turned into fucking MTV.
And I'm not saying that they can't sing or the music's not good, but it's a niche audience. Like, don't fucking force feed this into people's mouths.
Yeah.
Like it's terrible. Anyway.
Michael Parton said Cunningham could have been more famous with horror like Craven and Carpenter, which is disappointing. I see what you mean, but he's never done anything that I mean, as a producer, he gave us Friday the 13th because, as we said, it was smart to do the title, follow up on Halloween, capture the audience the way they did. I think he was a better marketer than he was a movie maker, but he's never really done, in my opinion, anything that was like that even sniffs Wes Craven's ass.
No, not even close. And I think like what I believe is that Cunningham is more of a producer. Like he's more of the knowledgeable, like on the inside of the studio. He understands how to put asses in the seats. But Craven and Carpenter were artists, man. They could fucking create things. You know what I mean? Like they could create new and interesting stories that come from nothing, and they could put those on screen and have the drive for it. Cunningham, I think he did a great job with Friday the 13th, but he was not, in my opinion, a creative force like Craven and Carpenter. Craven and Carpenter are like literally they were able to change the horror landscape in a way that had never been done before in a lot of instances. And Cunningham was just a guy that was. And again, I know I'm going to sound like an asshole, but Sean Cunningham to me was just like a guy that like, he was like, I write the checks. I was in the right spot at the right time and I got the right movie.
Yeah, I'm with you. He's like I mean, he really hasn't done anything else.
Yeah, but that's not saying that he's like not creative. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I mean, like not everybody's a fucking movie director, right? It's not saying, he's definitely not a failure. I mean, he produced.
No, he did good. I mean, but I feel like comparing him to Craven and Carpenter, no, man, that's not.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Different strokes, different folks. Barb says, "Happy Friday 13th. I've always wondered what's the story with you guys. Well, we fuck. Fuck hard.
That's the straight answer right there.
Did you guys? That shit fucks, man.
That's straight.
Did you meet through the love of movies or buddies since school days? Barb, there's a bunch of old Q&As that we did that we told this in depth. But the Cliff Notes version is I moved here. I'm already doing a fucking long story. I met Jay's brother.
You moving here was like, it was like we met in like 5th grade or 4th grade.
Yeah, 5th grade. I just moved here. I got in a fight with Jay's brother in the bathroom. In the classroom, and then we fought again in the bathroom. But then he was the only person who came to my birthday party because I was new here, and then we made friends. And then I went over his house to hang out, and then his big brother Jay came out, and I was like, "What's this guy's fucking problem?" And then me and Jay got into it, but not like that. And then one day Jay came out.
Cody abandoned you in the woods.
Yeah,
Cody went off to hang out with other friends.
Josh Back came riding his stupid fucking bicycle down the fucking woods, and Cody's like, "I'm gonna go hang out with Josh." And I was like, "I don't fucking like that guy." So I walk back in the house, and then Jay's like, "Hey, I got these Star Wars toys." And I was
we play like Star Wars.
I dig Star Wars, dude. And then we play Star Wars figurines in the kitchen, and then the rest was fate. We were all a trio of friends, and we hung out every day.
Well, so
That's the story.
I guess to answer
And
your
we fought.
question, we were buddies since school days.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were buddies
Yeah.
since school days. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
DJ Graham says, "Isn't Jason Lives the only one that actually has campers there?" No, because there was campers in. Well, there's counselors, and there was, campers, right?
No, yeah.
2?
Well,
No, because they were setting it up. That was the thing. They were always fixing it up, getting
the only
ready
one that
for
have
fucking
campers. I thought Jason didn't Jason
kid.
Lives have campers?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. That's the only.
Oh no,
one.
no,
Yeah.
not Jason Lives. What the fuck was this? The New Blood. The New Blood had campers. Oh no, they weren't campers. They were like renting the house.
Yeah, and then there was the people driving through, whatever. I think
And then
you might be fucking right. DK.
you might be right. Yeah, and then in Manhattan, they just had like a fucking boat.
That's crazy. That's
true. Yeah,
fucking nuts.
that's true. Yeah, they didn't have any campers.
Well, they were always, there was even the counselors were there just setting up shit, waiting for the campers to come.
Yeah.
So great fucking point, dude. 666 says, can Slender Man give me advice on my attraction to Jay?
Yeah. So you should not be attracted to that child. He has wife now. That's all he is rude. So you should go on the internet, maybe possibly go on Tinder.com and find yourself a soulmate. 666. Maybe they like Satan like you. And that's okay.
Oh, maybe they like Satan like you. I'm gonna go a little outside the box and say my favorite Jason mask is from the Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash comic book with the bottom blown off by Ash. Man, I love
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Off.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. And you never even been to prison.
I mean, the bottom. Dante Pilato, thanks, buddy. Says, Jay, can Loomis explain to my cat Ripley? That's a great name for a fucking cat, by the way. Well,
so good.
Done. Why she is the stinkiest girl around. So proud of you boys and the community you've helped.
Hey, thanks, Dante. Yeah, your goddamn cat Ripley is the stinkiest because she's the stupidest pussy to ever walk around on 4 legs. She rolls around in her dirt. When she pee-pees and poo-poos in her litter box, she rolls around on it. And you know what's dumber than that? You asking me to explain it to a fucking cat. You dumb shit, Dante Pilato. You sound like a failed gym that didn't work in LA in 1987. Come to Dante Pilato's, where you can get fit and ripped for that lady. Guess what happened? You got fit and bankrupt, you dumb shit, Dante. Go back to Clark's.
Michael Barton said, I'm with Jay. I don't mind a series, but I would love a new movie. Same with Nightmare. Yeah, I'm more excited about movies than my tchotchkes, but I'll take a series when it comes to that or nothing.
I just don't know. Well, I think I'm just nervous about Peacock.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it gets me because people will be like, oh my God, we've waited all these years. There's all these hurdles.
Yeah.
And they're like, guess what? Fucking Jason's back.
Dude, but I feel like Peacock was I feel like Peacock was that skank waiting. That they were just waiting on the side to grab that fucking right to make the TV series, and they grabbed it first.
They also have Exorcist. They got the rights to the upcoming Exorcist movies.
That makes sense though. On Peacock, Exorcist makes sense. Friday the 13th. I feel like it deserves more oomph. I think it deserves the Netflix treatment or the HBO Max treatment.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like, the milk's still good. The milk's still good.
It's only a little rotten.
All I'm saying. Yeah.
Only a little buttermilk in there.
The milk's still good. That's all I'm saying. Austin says, wouldn't it be cool to just go to Crystal Lake but not worry because you're Wolverine?
Yeah. The only thing you're going to worry about is Hawk coming through the woods and trying to fight you.
That'd be a cool fucking dream. Be like, I'm Wolverine.
Yeah, man.
I'm in Crystal Lake, but I'm not scared.
Like, the only other superhero that you could be and not be worried is Deadpool. Like if you had all the skills of Deadpool and also the healing factor,
this shit still hurts though. That's the thing.
It hurts, but at the same time, yeah. But if you had Wolverine where you have an adamantium skeleton and you can't, yeah, that's true, man. You could go fish where the fuck you want it. You can go to Crystal Lake
technically,
and fish.
yeah, any superhero wouldn't really have to be too afraid because it's like, hey,
Well,
these
Tony-
little
I mean,
teenage
if
girls
Tony
survive
Stark-
this dude.
Well, if Tony Stark was out of his armor, he'd have to worry.
That's true.
Black
like,
Widow
it's like,
would have to worry.
Jason busts through the wall, and he'd just be like,
Yeah.
we're gonna be dead.
Yeah,
You know,
he'd be
like,
dead
come on.
as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking funny as shit though. They call me Stamps. Said I just realized the next Friday the 13th is in October. So if there's ever any time to realize any new on the Crystal Lake series,
Release.
then release. Yeah, thank you. Did I say fuck?
You said realize.
I'm telling you, the
We
lack
can
of
realize a
nicotine
new Friday the 13th in October.
has squished my fucking brain.
Hey man,
you gotta pee?
but I agree with you. They call me Stamps. Yeah, that would be a great kickoff to the series. Wait until October and do the Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I'm hoping we do because I was scared.
But I'm ready for it now. I'm ready for it now. I'm tired. I'm tired of all the foreplay. I want to see it.
Stick it in me.
Mm-hmm.
Stick it in me, Peter. Wyatt Atlee says, "Hey guys, just got off work, so I'm dropping by to show some love. Thanks, buddy."
Hey, thank you.
Says, "Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. I hope everyone's having a great evening." Pumpkin heart.
Wyatt, you
Pumpkin
you
heart
just
be my new
a
wrestling
sexy baggage claim from the airport, and I love it. I'm like, I didn't expect to ever see you again, and I found you. Thank you,
name.
Wyatt.
I'm gonna suck your dick, man. No, hey, thanks, Wyatt. You're fucking sweetheart. You're an awesome dude. We appreciate you, man. Jay Scott said, "What true crime story would you like to see a documentary about? The NF hatchet wielding hitchhiker was crazy. If you haven't watched it, that's
a good question.
I'm gonna go with the Lake of Bodom over here. The thing we just fucking read. I want to see that fucking documentary because it sounds interesting as shit. There was even a court case.
Yeah, I don't know, man. True crime story made into a movie. And I'm not. And again, I think it was horrendous what happened. But the guy that murdered his family for the new pussy that he was getting. What was that name?
Those people are the fucking worst.
I don't know. I don't remember his name, but the guy that murdered his family, in order to get with that new pussy.
I know you're talking about the piece of shit who put his
and he was caught on fucking like body cam, like lying to the cops.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
What the fuck was his name? Like you guys know who I'm talking about. It was like
Chris Powers or some shit like that.
The guy that killed his whole family. Chris Watts.
I knew it was a fucking Chris.
It was Chris Watts. Yeah, Chris Watts.
Watts.
I think that would be interesting because I mean it just shows you the depravity. Like the fact that you killed your fucking family just to get with some pussy.
Those people boggle my fucking mind, dude, because it's like, just get a divorce.
I know. It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, like, you don't have to fucking murder the other person. Just go.
Yeah, I know. It's like, that shit's not going to come on sale anytime soon. You can leave.
Fucking divorces it's legal in this country.
And I don't mean, that was horrendous, dude. That fucking case, and I watched the fucking body cam footage of that cocksucker lying to the cops and they getting caught by the cops. That guy was unfeeling, uncaring. The fact that he killed his kids, he killed his wife.
He got his dad to come in and be like, "Dad, tell him I didn't do it." His dad was
dude,
like,
that dude's a piece of shit. I think Chris Pine could play him.
Fucking I don't like Chris Pine, so that makes sense to me. Yeah, he looks like a ref in a fucking shitty college basketball game. I hate that fucking guy.
He does look like that too. Yeah.
But that's to answer your question. That should be it. And I agree. I totally agree with you in the Red Cold. He should be dead. Hopefully, he's getting ass raped right now by a guy named.
He should be dead.
Big Dick.
But
Doug.
I mean, didn't they do? And I know they did. Jodi Arias. I know they did like a movie about her. I think Jodi. It was her name Jodi Arias.
Joan of Arc. The Ark.
Jodi.
I don't think they did a movie.
Jodi Arias.
Jodi Arias?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. You thinking of Casey Anthony?
No, there was another one named Jodi Arias. She killed her fucking boyfriend and all sorts of shit.
Yeah. I don't get it. Just leave. You know, just go. There's tons of those. Like
I don't know.
Just like, I like this other person, so I.
Well, I guess well, the Casey Anthony thing was more popular.
Yeah, she's a fucking piece of shit. That's one thing I got to get. Whoever fucking, I think it was Peacock that gave her like a 2-hour fucking.
She did, yeah. They were the yeah.
Fuck that shit. Michael Parton says, "You guys know whenever Peter Buttigieg gets mentioned, I get immediately excited. Squirt, squirt."
It's not Buttigieg, dude. It's Buttigieg.
Butt again. Butt guy. Peter
Yeah,
Peter
me
Butt
too.
dude.
It's like eating Alestra chips. Your butt just leaks.
Yeah, I get horny whenever I think about chips. Ski Bank the Bump God. God, I love this stupid fucking show. Ski Bank the Bump God says, "Do you got?" And I bumped again, and I bumped again. I said, "How do I get back there?"
That's some good. Yeah, drink that. Snort it up.
Do you guys remember when you took a field trip to Haddonfield and caught Michael taking a shape in the woods? Yeah, we do. That was Cody taking.
I remember that. I told Mike on the bus, like, man, that Michael's gonna get expelled, dude. Like, he's a piece of shit. He took a dump on fucking like holy ground. It was like fucking. It was a Native American settlement.
By the way, fun fact about that video: we had no rights to be back there. We just fucking went back in that cornfield, and we're like, "Hey, Cody, pretend you're taking a shit."
Oh yeah, dude, that was bad. Yeah,
that was a fun. We were sweaty.
Well, we never got busted when we deserved it. We always poked the bear doing that shit.
Static said that you look like Jody Arias's boyfriend. Jody Arias's.
Well,
Jody
first
Arias.
off, Static, you need to shut the fuck up. No one ever fucking tied me to that.
It was me. It was me. All right. Hey, we got to wrap up our fucking trivia. We still got trivia questions to ask.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, the last Friday night fight that we did, we've only got two. We got those are rookie numbers. Yeah, dude, it's been a close vote all night for the past 47 minutes. The final chapter is the superior film to Jason Lives. The crowd agrees with us 51% to 49%, 256 votes.
Damn.
The final chapter wins.
Get it.
Smashing Pumpkins, Billy Corgan. Katie's watching the final chapter over here, and Billy Corgan just walked down the steps with his short shorts on.
Well, I mean, I would. It's almost like the final chapter is probably the best Friday the 13th movie they've ever put out.
I think so.
Maybe.
I do think so. I would.
I love the New Blood. I do love the New Blood, but.
That is, I've grown fond over the years, much like I have cock. Ethan says you guys should look up the Villisca Axe Murder House, crime that's never been solved.
I heard about that.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, Villisca Axe Murder House sounds like you would go investigate that with like a Starbucks coffee.
Yeah, my wife just heard that and pretty much came over there on the couch.
Yeah, a Villisca Axe Murder House. Wow, does this thing come with fucking
sparklers?
Frappe? I don't know.
Sparklers?
I don't know. I don't go to Starbucks. There's a fucking Frappe Mocha Chica holy shit package. That just sounds like the Villisca Murder House, girl. Did you hear about that? It sounds like something that would be going on with the Starbucks employees.
It's funny because of how much girls do fucking love true crime. Bitches
they do, I
crime.
swear to God, because they're fucking murderers deep inside.
That's why. Because they're sick.
Like men are like pretty obvious about it. Like we go Braveheart with people. Like we'll fucking take you on face to face with axes. These bitches will fucking poison you and get you weak and then stab you in the fucking face.
Oh.
It's weird how things work.
All
with
right, Ron, I don't know what the fuck you got going on over there, buddy, but
it
doesn't sound like you're doing
Ron.
it right.
You're typing that while she's doing that? God damn, man, you are special.
What the fuck, Rod?
Rod says, my girlfriend is eating my coming. Good God, dude. I mean, congratulations that you can type. You've passed the test. It's like swordfish. Oh, she's good, huh?
I don't think you're doing it right, Rod.
Ew. When someone says my girlfriend is eating my coming, it's like, did you put that shit on like a baker's plate and make that for someone like a cookie? It's usually swallowing it, but either way, I want to get on to the fucking the trivia questions here.
Yeah, give us a trivia question.
Yeah, I got one. Okay, so
my girlfriend is eating.
Dude, that kind of made me sick a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, because I think of like crusty ass cum. Like you're eating the crusty ass cum. It makes me a little sick.
No, I just imagine he's standing there like fucking Captain Morgan while his girlfriend's going down on him, and he's like, "My girlfriend is eating my coming."
No,
like
I know, but it's like crusty. It's like all crust. It's like crusty white cum. Like if you accidentally cum in your underwear and like you scraped it off and then you're eating it, like that's nasty.
Oh.
Anyway, all right. Which movie was Jason brought back by lightning? And I think I've this is a very easy one, by the way. But Jason was brought back by lightning. It's pretty much a layup if you all want to have it.
Jason died by water. Freddy died by fire. How can we use that?
Nobody wants you in this movie except for your tits. Stop talking.
The first one to get it right was, in fact, Colton is quick with his fingers. I wish I was his wife.
Just says
six.
Yep, it was part 6. It was funny because Thom Matthews stabs down with a fucking cross, and it's like, "Fuck you, Jason!" And then the sky opens up and it says, "I hate you, Alfalfa," and a fucking lightning bolt comes in. And by the way, is that the most silly? Is that the silliest? Bringing back a killer ever.
It could
like
very well
the random act that a fucking lightning bolt, like Zeus threw it from his butthole from the skies, was able to resuscitate Jason.
Jason has come back in some pretty stupid ways, though.
No, but I mean, out of Michael Myers, out of Jason, out of Freddy, out of Leatherface, is that the well? Leatherface never really died.
I got the worst one. The worst one is no doubt Freddy Krueger when the dog pissed fire on his fucking grave.
That could be it.
That's got to be an all-timer.
That could be it. That might be number 1, but number 2 would be the lightning.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Lightning or piss fire. Yeah. I got one for you. Oh fuck! I gave that one away earlier, so I can't use it. Okay, this one's a little harder. Where, in what room of the house did Jason commit his first ever murder? Jason Voorhees, his first ever murder. What room of the house did it take place in?
So we can discount the first movie. Yep. 100%. You're not going to find the answer there. You're not going to find the answers there.
I saw that movie 20 goddamn times. It was Jason Voorhees. No, I'm sorry. Oh, someone said bathroom. That was not correct, Michael. Good guess, though. Great guess. Wrestle recap as well, and Down and Dirty. But the answer belongs to the quickest fingers in the West. On this moment, it belongs to Ken Burnett, our good buddy with Ken Burnett. Kitchen. It happened in the kitchen. It's when he ice picked her fucking brain in 2 at the beginning.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the last thing I had was it's gonna make you think a little bit, unless there's super fans out there that would know this right off the bat. How many people have played Jason?
I don't know that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can know it, but you have to think about it.
Yeah,
like, it takes a minute. It takes a minute to find it. But how many people have played Jason Voorhees in the movies?
Did you just purchase Jason Lives? Like, bitch, we own it. Oh my god!
As we can see, the domestic violence heating up in the Mike Holt's household.
First world problems.
It's going to be on the
list. Like
real world police.
You bought it? Sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
With domestic.
No, I'm going to watch this on YouTube later when the real world police show up. I want to see the body cam footage. I haven't been looking at the. Oh,
there
are a lot of guesses here. I saw one. No.
What the fuck, Rod? I'm not gonna put that shit on there, you weirdo.
Dan McCarney says my new tattoo hurts. It does.
Now he's just like, I'm just gonna say the nastiest shit I can and see if you'll put it on the screen.
All right. Well, I don't think any of you like. It's 10. It's 10 people. Yeah, 10 people.
Oh, my ear itches.
Somebody was saying 9. They were saying 9, but
well, since nobody got it right, Luke got closest with 69.
Yeah, I mean there were 10 people that did it. Yeah, so I'm not like bullshitting. It was 10 people.
I don't see. Yeah. Someone said Stephanie. Oh, Stephanie Kyle got it, everybody.
Stephanie. All right, she got it.
After we announced it, came right in. Fucking you butt cracker. Barb says, legit joined the Patreon just a few days ago to support the hilarious entertainment as we watched a movie. Thanks for all you. Thank you for all you do, Barb. Because that kind of shit is what keeps us doing what we do. Because
Barb, you make
I gotta pay for my wife to order movies that we already own.
Yeah.
Somehow. Someone's got to do it.
You got to pay for that. What the fuck is she doing over there? God damn, dude.
Oh god.
Hey, I had enough money, too, to burn in front of you, bitch. Like, is that what she's doing?
No, you the whack me.
It's sad, but so true. Dude, I hate that.
Shit.
Like, well, luckily, I bought quite a few of the Amazon movies already on Friday the 13th. So
Yeah,
I don't have to worry.
I
But no, but dude, if April were like, if she were like fucking like doing like shit like that, and like she was buying stuff that we didn't need, ooh, it's gonna be a dark night in the trailer home.
I do it all the fucking time. I'll rent something and be like, oh fuck, I own that. But it's
She does it. She does it. Well, she does the opposite. She's like, we own that on Blu-ray. I'm like, I need it digital.
You're the opposite of people. Yeah, like, no, I don't want the physical.
No, because I don't want to like get my disk drive dirty on my Xbox. I don't need to put that shit in there.
Okay, so all right, what am I missing here? What am I missing? I'm missing something. Oh, I have one more. I have a final trivia question. As we're in the end of the stream here, I have a final trivia question that's very fucking hard. It's very fucking hard, and I don't want anyone to Google it. At least until a couple minutes pass and nobody figures it out, because I can't even fucking. It's tough. All right,
let's do it.
What is the actual fear of Friday the 13th called? What is the disorder called? That is the actual fear, the phobia of Friday the 13th.
Lycophobia.
Yeah,
Lycophobia.
I'm fucking scared of
lakes,
Friday the 13th phobia. It's really, dude, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's a long word. It may be the longest word I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I've been trying my best, like I like on the questions of this to keep them like splash.
Splash. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying I'm trying to keep the questions like where they I try to do like really hard ones and then medium ones and then like really super easy ones, because I feel like people are gonna get mad. Like if you make a question so fucking hard, they're like, well, goddamn, the only person that would know that was the manager of the guy that fucking was playing that character, or the agent. Like, there's no way that anybody would know that the answer to that question.
Yeah,
that's why I hate Trivial Pursuit. I fucking hate Trivial Pursuit.
Sucks ass.
Yeah, dude, because they ask questions. There's no fucking way. Like, they'll ask you a question about the 1500 battlefields, and you're like, bitch, I wasn't there.
You know what's
like,
crazy?
They'll be like, what was Napoleon Bonaparte's pants looking like on December 12th, 1540? Like, I don't fucking know.
It was so funny, dude. When Kate, I remember I told you last week or whatever that Kate and I ended up at that gay bar called Old Hookers in downtown. Yeah. It was so funny, dude, because they had the music blaring and everybody's doing shots and partying and stuff. And it was like right at like 8 o'clock or whatever. All of a sudden, everything got quiet and they turned on the TVs and everybody just sat and watched fucking Jeopardy. Like the whole bar.
I like Jeopardy, but yeah.
And it was like boop. It went from like loud music and like a bunch of like partying noises to like boop. What is the new Jeffrey Key to West Texas?
It probably made you feel like you were Jerry O'Connell in Sliders and you just moved into a parallel world. But
it was awesome. It was a nice change of pace. I'm getting a little bored. Oh, fuck, Jeopardy's on.
Wheel of Fortune should have been the one.
I kill it.
Wheel of Fortune, I could fuck with Wheel of Fortune because that's fun, man. You got to guess the word.
If you had to pick any game show to go on, what would it be?
Wheel of Fortune, 100%.
Mine would be Price is Right, dude, because I guess the fuck out of them prices.
You sound like a pimp daddy, like from New York. Like I could guess them bitches. No, man. I think Wheel of Fortune, because that's like, it could be like a thing. Okay, a thing. And then you get like some hints. I don't know. I feel like I feel like Wheel of Fortune, you can actually make some money.
Yeah, but in Price is Right, you can get like a car.
But Jeopardy, dude, I'll be sitting in Jeopardy. I'm like, first off, like, how the fuck did I get here? And then second off, I'd be mad as fuck of all these goddamn nerds on the left and right of me that know everything.
Yeah, but dude, how fucking do you imagine how fucking hard your dick would get if you showed up on Jeopardy and like all of a sudden like the one of the topics was the Halloween series?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
I'm like, if I get control, you motherfuckers are dead. And then, but in Double Jeopardy, you get like, I don't know, like the economic recession form or whatever, and then
you're fucked.
And like for 1,500.
I start being a dick, dude. I would just hit the buzzer every time. I'm like, Pizza. Chocolate.
Yeah, chili. Macaroni.
I got foods for 700, Alex. Foods that start with the letter Q. Bryce Russo said, "Hey, Micah J. God damn. I hope all is well. Are you interested in the new Indiana Jones movie? I've always loved Harrison Ford. I want to shower with him. I do.
Yeah, he incredibly sexy. Aging very well. Definitely a 10, even at 80 years old or whatever the fuck he is. Sean Connery, his father in Last Crusade, looking better than him. Looking better than him before his death. I am not interested to see Indy 5 necessarily. I will watch it, but I think it looks like kind of garbage. I feel like it's a lot of CGI. I hate it. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I feel like they moved so far away from what Indiana Jones was supposed to be, and they're continuing doing that. But I'll watch the last Indy because it's the last time Harrison Ford's ever going to be Indy. But no, I mean, as far as being excited, nah. What I'm not excited about if they're trying to put the hat on some other actor to go into the future with that, because that's not going to work for me. That's not going to work for me.
I've never been a huge indie dude. I mean, I love the movies; they're classics. I just don't like, I'm not like a hardcore fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to me, the whole thing seems like a nostalgia grab, and it feels a little forced. So I'm not super pumped about it, but who knows? Maybe it'll be cool. I can't remember the director's name right now, but the director's fucking awesome. I can't remember his name. But it's either Michael. I want to say Michael Mann, but it's probably James Mangold. I don't know. I'm getting fucking confused with someone else. But
Keanu Reeves.
Definitely it's Keanu Reeves' dad, Greg. Jay Scott says, true crime story. Girlfriend had to poop after, girlfriend had to poo, or Ghostface had to poo after a wedding reception. So I pull over to a cornfield. She waddles out and after 10 minutes jumps in the truck. What the fuck did she use to wipe her purse was next to me? Her purse was left in the truck.
Damn, Jay Scott. It sounds like you're breaking down like your story and the way that you said that, it sounds like you're breaking down in an interrogation of two detectives that are grilling you about what the fuck happened, Jay Scott.
You need to ask her, Jay.
After the wedding. And you're like, I'm gonna read it. Listen, girlfriend had to poo after wedding reception, so I pull over to a cornfield and she waddles out, and after like 10 minutes, she jumps in the truck. What the fuck did she use to wipe her purse was next to me? What the fuck?
That's pretty good.
And they'd be like, hey, you know what? That motherfucker Jay Scott did it. That motherfucker Jay Scott was driving that Tacoma. He did it.
I'm gonna hire you. I'm gonna hire you for that one. That was pretty damn good.
Well, that's pretty damn good. It's like there's no like deception on your part.
Yeah.
Like,
bro, you just gotta lie to yourself and tell you that like a KFC bag flew by in the wind and has some napkins in it. Or
it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, maybe she stuffed some towelettes in her cleavage or something. Maybe she had some dude wipes.
But I gotta go with Jay Scott. I don't feel like this is true crime. I feel like this is more like unsolved mysteries. I feel like this is like a paranormal thing. What did she wipe her ass with? Like, was it like leaves?
Well, the plot twist is that dude from earlier in the chat is actually Jay Scott's girlfriend, the one who was like, "Man, I had the best poop today." He's like, "It came right out, and I didn't even have to wipe." That's actually Jay Scott's girlfriend. Plot twist. They're watching together in different rooms of the house.
Even if you could take the most lovely ghost poop ever, where it just falls out of your asshole, but you still gotta wipe it. You still gotta wet. You can't just be like, "No, man, I don't need to wipe." No.
And the law of averages says that there's no way that specific poop that you had to take in a cornfield was going to be the phantom poop.
Yeah, like it just rockets down to the ground, and you don't have to fucking like worry about wiping your cheeks.
That's like Kevin Costner pitching The Perfect Game in the film The Perfect Game.
It's like Kevin Costner making money on Waterworld. It's just not going to happen.
By the way, also cornfields and him. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, Jay. I just hope that you guys didn't have sex that night. But what you should have done is done what Jason Bateman did in that movie, The Change Up or whatever, when he's actually around the movie. She takes a poop and she comes. He's like, "Don't you dare come at me, guns hot."
By the way, The Change Up is a great fucking movie. If you guys haven't seen that movie is really good.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny, man. I just read that. By the way, never answered the question. Who the fuck got it right first? Because it was a tough one. Shit. I think it was Crystal Lake Legacy. and it came too fast, Crystal Lake. So I'm not 100% sure I believe you because I think you. All right, here's what we're gonna do. If this is spelled correctly, he fucking Googled it. All right, because there's no fucking way that you just was like, oh, it's fucking Paraskevadipatropy caca poopy ha.
No, man, that guy's fucking. He's transphobe.
And I'm checking it now. Yeah.
That's not a real word, dude.
Paraskevadica. All right, it's spelled right, so there's no way you're going to convince me that you didn't fucking Google this, all right? But I'm going to give it to you anyway because we have no standards. But the answer is Paraskevidiocatrophobia. Paraskevidiodephobia. Try to say that real quick. Just go for it.
No.
Just go for it.
Parasital bitch.
That's not your best effort.
That's a dumb word,
nuts, guys.
That's a dumb word. That's not even a real word.
Paraskevadicatrophia. Paraskevadicatrophia. That's the fear Friday the 13th.
So we're gonna hang out later on at the barbecue. I get it. Okay. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna leave now.
Friday phobia.
Can you just not make it that way?
Oh, we read that, Jay. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Austin said that he pooped in a Discovery Zone bathroom so bad. That team went in and they don't have Discovery Zone anymore.
Yeah, you fucking launched a goddamn chemical attack and you melted their shit.
I pooped in a Target today.
Well,
I mean, nice poop in a Target.
You targeted the right bathroom.
Yeah, I had to actually put toilet paper down on the floor because there was a pee spot. That's the fucking worst. The worst thing that can happen. I don't know about you guys. Tell me if this is you, by the way. When I go poop, I like to have my pants down around my ankles. If I'm at home, I might just take off my pants and my underwear, flip them across the room, and just sit there fucking power stance. Wide as I can go and take me a nice, comfy shit.
I usually bring my undies and my pants down to about my shins on the level.
You only go shin deep.
Well, I don't need like listen, I got the power thrust. I don't need it. I don't like that extra restriction on my shins actually helped me. If I need to really push one out.
Dude, no way. I gotta get wide stance.
I can't get it, dude. I can't get it all the way down. I'm also thinking of those true crime things that we were talking about. Like if someone sees your pants all the way down to your ankles, you're vulnerable. Yeah. If they just see someone like sitting, they don't know. Like my pants might be up. I'm ready to come at you with the fucking silencer pistol.
Yeah, you are far more.
Like, they might think I'm prepared. Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah, for a spider to come crawling across the room. Whereas I mean I'm prepared too because I'm free. But when I shit in a restroom, I actually am so used to shitting with my legs wide open that when I go into a public restroom, I've made the mistake a couple times of putting my pants all the way down around my ankles so they touch the fucking floor.
Dude,
and the worst feeling ever, dude, when you stand up, you're feeling all fresh and good, and you stand up and you pull up your pants and you feel wetness on the back of your pants, and it's somebody else's piss
it's so nasty
touching your fucking ass.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling ever.
Worst.
Like you think you got AIDS right away. You're like, I got AIDS.
And I'm like, that's weird. I didn't like pee on myself or anything. And then like 20 minutes later, you're in line at the fucking Chick-fil-A or whatever. And you're like, oh God, that's some dude named Timothy's piss. Right. It's literally on my ass right now. Like, I can feel his
like
pee.
You didn't get bucked in the ass, but you felt like you did.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's bad. Like it's invasive. It's invasive.
Yeah, it ran down the crack of your crack.
Yeah,
like the whole water, but yeah.
So now I don't do that, but like that's a problem now. When I'm so uncomfortable when I only put my pants shin deep in public, and I have trouble shitting because I feel very constricted. And today there was piss. I spotted the piss before I sat down, so I put toilet paper on the ground, right? And I put the toilet paper on the ground, and it soaked up the spot. And then I sat and I did my business. But when I stood up, there was other people in the bathroom waiting to come in. So my predicament was, there's this toilet paper on the floor that I put there, right?
Yeah.
And when the next person comes in, they're gonna think that I just like wipe my ass. And
you have an out of control wiener. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to actually clean up that person's piss at the end of the day because I had to bend over and like pick it up and like.
I think you're overthinking the situation.
I'm just trying to be courteous to the man who has to take it.
I just think it's overthinking
shit after me. No. And we need to do that as men. Like I'm going to start like
a
foundation.
I would say as men,
be more courteous to the men who have emergency shits too. Because you ever go in a fucking public restroom and some dude shit and pissed all over the seat. That's just fucking mean to your fellow man.
And I agree with you, But as a man, don't shit in the fucking goddamn wall urinal. Where a turd
you don't
in
want
a
to
wall urinal is
That's
sticking
a
out like
sadist.
a hey, how you doing? Someone took a shit in a wall urinal.
He's a sadist.
And the third is poking out. To look at me. I don't like it. No, dude, look, literally, I don't know how many times. I think, dude, oh, it's gonna make me sick, dude, because I don't like to think about it. I walked in this bathroom one time, I had to poop, and then I couldn't poop, but I had to pee then, and I went to the wall urinal, and there was a turd sticking out, and I had to pee on the turd in the wall urinal because all the other urinals were taken. I couldn't pee.
So you just
anymore.
did it?
Well, I had to.
What if you peed on the turd, the driblets? You ever pee on
I
a
didn't
thing
pee
and you
on
can
the turd.
feel it
I stepped a few.
bouncing off
I
and
stepped
hitting
back.
you
It probably got on the fucking floor.
so you're just in a public restroom with your dick out. Just,
Yeah,
I
dude. I didn't give a shit about how small my wiener looked at all to the other patrons. I didn't care. I was peeing. I didn't want to like get up close to the turd and like pee directly on it. But anyway, this is getting gross. But
it's so funny, dude, because Michael the Collector said, "What the fuck is this? The shit and farts channel?" Yes.
Yeah. We collect this. We collected this over the years, and we're sharing it with you.
You cracked the code, my friend. Brandon Ferguson said this woman called into a podcast that I watched and says she pooped herself in a dating bed and carried the
That's so fucking good, man. The fact that she walked out of the tanning bed with a turd in her purse. Did she? And you know that she probably wiped it up as best she could from those bowls.
I've been in tanning
I'm gonna take the full evidence. I'm gonna take the full evidence with me, and I'll dump it in the alleyway.
Jesus Christ! And you know the bulbs melted that shit. It stank. She wasn't fooling anybody.
That's some good shit right there.
That's
some good shit right there.
Oh God, that's so fucking funny, dude. That's hilarious. Gary said, "Have you ever gone to toilet, heard the splash, looked and then said, where the heck is it gone?"
Yeah, dude. 100%. Like, dude, that's a great idea. That's a great observation. God. You're like, what happened? I heard a splash. It didn't feel like that, and then I looked down, like, where is it at? Because you think you dropped a boulder, and it was like nothing.
The way that you said that just made me think of Colin Farrell in the Banshees of Inisherin. He's like, where the fuck is it going? Oh God. Okay. So yeah, Friday the 13th is a great franchise. And
yeah, it's been a great day.
We love it. Chad Power says, I took the bathroom urinal block home in me pocket.
I'll bet you did. That motherfucker shrunk down.
What the fuck is a urinal block?
I think it's like the wall. I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't know.
I'm just thinking like one of those salt bricks that you give horses in their stalls. Chad.
Goddamn, Chad Power. You need to go home and shut up for a little while, all right? Take it easy, buddy. Take it. Now stop it.
Calm down on the old natty lights.
Calm down now.
Calm down on the natty full flavors. Blake Corley says, happy Friday 13th, guys. Can I get Loomis to say hi to my girlfriend, Chantel? Oh, Chantel sound. That's a fancy name.
Chantel. How much did Blake pay you for your services? Must have been a lot, because Blake seems like an asshole. Asking for a shout out for you on a goddamn YouTube channel. Either way, Chantel, have a good time drinking your cheap ass wine. And I know you're thinking, my God, when I wake up tomorrow, when I look at Blake, I'm going to vomit a little bit in my mouth. And then I got to leave this apartment. Good luck to you, Chantal. And also change your goddamn name. You sound like a stripper. No, thank you, Blake, man. You know, I know it's so shitty. I hate getting mean. I hate getting mad about it and shitty mean. It's all jokes and love.
Yeah,
it's all jokes and love.
On that note, all right, one more trivia. One more trivia from you guys. Let's see.
He's not fucking like retarded. I mean, like slow.
Josh Bear asked the question: where was the opening for Friday the 13th Part 5 filmed? Because I didn't know this one. That's a good answer. That's a fun one.
Cracker Barrel.
Well, God damn it, you got it as soon as I asked the question. Where was the opening for Friday the 13th Part 5 filmed? That's a tough one.
It's a bed and breakfast, definitely in Georgia.
Oh man, I hate Cracker Barrel. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of Cracker Barrel. That's all anybody wants to eat.
How many times you been going? I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in like 2 years. Are you going there every fucking Sunday?
No, I haven't actually been there since Scarefest weekend. So I haven't been there since October.
But you've been there. But when was the last time before that, though?
I don't know. All I know is my parents used to always want to go to fucking Cracker Barrel. It's like, where are you going?
Cracker Barrel's not bad. Like if someone says I'm gonna take you to Cracker Barrel, you're not gonna like say no.
Well, when I was growing up, my dad worked at one for a while, so we were there a lot. And I don't think it's that good. I think it's overrated as fuck, to be honest with you. Eddie Chase says better horror star, Ortega or Goth. Ooh, I say right now.
What the fuck is Ortega?
Jenna Ortega. She's in Scream 6. She's in Wednesday.
And Wednesday Addams. Yeah, she's Wednesday Addams. Yeah.
Right now, I'm gonna go Mia Goth because she's had more performances to like really chew on with like what she did in Pearl and stuff like that. And that upcoming, what's it fucking called? Hybrid Creatures, whatever the fuck, the new Cronenberg thing.
Well, I'm gonna go with Ortega because I watched that Wednesday Addams dance.
It was a good dance.
My goodness, she is quite talented.
You look like a professor who's eating a Hostess cake.
Yeah. I would go with Ortega.
I'll take Miss Ortega.
I'll take Ortega. Yeah.
Yeah, a Spanish teacher for some reason who sounds like.
Well, she's hot as fuck.
Mike 88 says, "What's up, Mike and Jay? Do you think David Gordon Green will redeem himself with The Exorcist? Who said he did anything fucking wrong?" I'm kidding. I understand.
Well, I don't know, man.
That's a toughie.
Well, I'm not saying they couldn't do a good job with The Exorcist. I'm not saying that. But what's wrong with the movie? Why does it need to be remade? Is my point.
Well, it's a requel. It's a sequel to the original.
Yeah, they can play around with the ideas behind it, but what the fuck? Why? You know what I mean? I'm not saying look, David Gordon Green and the team with Blumhouse, they can produce a great movie, and I am excited to see what they bring to the table. But at the same time, if I were in charge of like getting creative licenses, I would not go after The Exorcist. I would be like, nah, I'm good.
That's a tough one. Yeah, it's a tough one for sure, man. Look, I don't want to be a negative Nancy and say no, like he will not redeem himself with The Exorcist, but I'm with Jay here. It's hard for me to imagine that movie pleasing everybody.
Getting better. Yeah. Or getting better.
Yeah. It's definitely not going to be better than the original. So that's off the table. Right. I have a hard time imagining. What he's done so far, there was never a scary moment in any of the 3 Halloween movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we liked them more than most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was never a scary moment. He's not proved he can be scary. So I don't know. I hope. Let me put it this way. I hope and I root for that movie to be scary. I hope that movie fucking kicks ass and it blows everybody's dicks. But in my brain, my brain doesn't go far enough to go, hey, that was a good idea. We should definitely have David Gordon Green be the one to do The Exorcist. I would have thought Ari Aster, Hereditary director, right?
That would be
that.
I actually would go with that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So in my head, I don't see it, but I hope I'm wrong. I'll put it that way. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I like men. I don't know if you guys knew that about me. I like sleeping.
And their smell. They smell like fucking sawdust.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to fuck guys. But that's the most important part. If you don't take anything away from this stream other than that. Also, the answer to Josh Bear's great question is that it was filmed in Corey Feldman's fucking backyard. That's where
because they were running out of time. They had no money.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that winner of
we've
that
all
question,
been there, huh?
Yeah. Well, that was going to sound very weird, so I'm just not going to say it out loud. I'm just going to put that away in my back pocket and walk away with it.
Walk away with it, and don't
No
worry
one will
about
ever
it.
know
Don't
what I
look
was about
back.
to say.
Don't look back. Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Yeah.
I will say
that was good. That was very Ryan Reynolds.
I will say this
that was good.
This has been really fucking fun, man. This has been like really interesting, kind of weird, kind of out there, but it's been really fucking fun. The entire experience. We did some real crime, real true shit, and we did some little knowledge tidbits for you sexy asses, and I think it went well. I mean, I don't know. I think it went well. All right.
I had a good time.
Right.
And I by the way, Dark Road was the one to get that first. Well done, my friend, and great question. And I feel like, you know what I feel like saying that right now? I feel like Frank in Old School when he's running naked through the town. He's like, "Is KFC still open?" He's like,
"Yeah, dude. Like, hey, dude.
Like, yeah, Frank, everybody knows you had a great time."
Frank is the most relatable guy in that movie. The fact that he was butt ass naked and he got picked up by all those girls, and he was so drunk he didn't give a shit that he had his wiener out. He was just like, "Is KFC still open?" And I'm like, not only is he like relatable, but he is the most badass dude I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
like the fact that you're at that level in your life, right? You're at that level that your wiener is hanging out, and you don't care.
Well, I think what it was is like he's every really drunk dude in that situation where he's like, I know that I've been caught doing something stupid, but I want to put it out there that I'm still a nice guy. He's like, "Hey, honey, do you think KFC is still open?"
And like, because it was so good that the scene where the Jeep is driving off and then you hear that. I'm like, dude, that is so realistic. It's not even the fact that it was funny. It is so realistic of a guy and his wife was driving the car that went to find him and her girlfriends are there. And then they're all like judging him or whatever. But he's like, "Hey, honey, it's KFC."
That's taking it drunk and owning it, you know?
Yeah, that to me that's like a sign of legend. Like, you know, always guys always like, "Oh, that guy's a legend. That dude's legend." Like that at that moment, like that dude deserves a fucking plaque on his name.
Didn't work out for him in the end, but it should have. It really should have. Jay Scott says, "Snake, call me Snake." Good night, dudes. Good night, Jay. Good night, everybody. Hey, I'll leave you with this tidbit, Jay. Did you hear this? Michael Reeves, director of Cloverfield, confirmed in an interview that Cloverfield was, in fact, a prequel to Escape from New York.
I didn't hear that at all. That's weird. That's
the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. I was going to say that makes no fucking sense.
It's like, and you also just can't say that your movie was a prequel to someone else's movie. I don't think it works. I didn't read the article, so it was probably.
That's like saying, like, "Hey, Star Wars was actually a prequel to Game of Thrones." Did you know that? Like, it's stupid.
That shit. Yeah,
it's like they don't really mix and match. Star Wars was actually a prequel to Star Trek. Did you know that? Too?
You can't just say your movie's a prequel to someone else's movie. That's not how it works. You know?
Yeah, but I can't even. I'm literally trying to think of how that could. No, that couldn't even happen. Like, there's no way. That's stupid.
The times that it dated itself. Like,
the idea with John Carpenter's Escape from New York, the idea behind that is a very like enclosed story. It's a very obvious understanding of what's going on. And you're saying, dated. "Oh, there was a fucking alien from outer space that caused that to happen, and that's what happened."
He had to be joking. I think
he was joking. There's no way that was real. There was no way. There's no way.
Matthew,
but hey, man, I had a good fucking time tonight.
Me too, man. This was fun. I had a great time. I had a good Friday the 13th with you folks.
Yep.
And thanks for hanging out with us tonight, folks. Thank you guys for being here and partying with us. And again, you guys had a lot of options tonight, and you chose us. And our little wieners couldn't be harder.
They're so hard.
Excited about it.
It's gonna go 5 inches tonight. I think so.
it's gonna be a new record.
At least 5.
Hey, we love your fucking faces, guys. Thank you. Happy Friday the 13th, bitches.
Happy Friday the 13th, man.
Do something better with your last hour.
Yeah,
because you're wasting your time right now.
Die. Gonna die. Bye, guys.
Evil dies tonight.